Mic check 1 2. Mic check. Mic check. Mic check 1 2. 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 Mic check 1 2 1 2 1 2. Mic check 1 2. Mikey, can you hear me? Hello. Can you hear me? Oh shit, you can't see me, right? Oh shit, you can't see me, my bad. Hello, what's going on, people? Mic check 1 2, mic check 1 2, mic check 1 2. Welcome back to the random show. Welcome back. By the way, in case you guys don't know, thank you for joining me once again. Happy to have you in my company. Tomorrow's show, Monday. Technically today is Sunday. Technically for me, today is Sunday. But tomorrow's show, Monday, will be the last show of the week. Tomorrow's show, Monday, will be the last show of the week. Because I head off to Berlin on Tuesday. I'm heading off to Berlin on a Tuesday, so please keep that in mind. I'll probably be back on a Friday, but it'll be the last show of the week, most likely, because of Christmas, all that malarkey. So tomorrow's show, Monday, will be the last show of the week, so make sure you keep that in mind. Please keep that in mind. Don't harass me in the DMs. Don't tag me in the Discord. You know I'm not going to be about, but I'm going to come back at the end of the week, okay? So please be aware of that. Please be aware. Big up everybody in the stream chat. I appreciate your apologies for the delay and shit. I was getting my shit sorted out. Just finished a nice little Taz show there. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it. Also know that I am streaming this directly onto Kick. So if you want to watch this stream on Kick, I am dual streaming over there on Kick. So make sure if you want to check it out on Kick, you can check it at kick.com/Agostino Zinga. My name, all one word. Kick.com/Agostino Zinga. The link should be in the description. Via the fucking link tree. Yeah, there's a link there in the description. You can click the Kick link in the description as well. So please get involved with that. That'll be greatly appreciated. But big up everybody for tuning in. Appreciate you. What are you guys saying, brother? What are you guys saying? Let me know in the stream chat. What are you guys talking about? How are you doing? How are you feeling? How you living? Hope you're all well. Hope you're all good. Who's here? Big up PP Yummy. Big up My Nuts. Big up Josie. What's going on, love? Big up Mr. Studio Girl. J1B. Jordan Ray. Chris Mack. What's going on, my guy? Gamebred Footballer, how you doing, sir? Abe Martinez, Don Dotto, I see you. Who else? Mr. Roger. Steven Castaneda, what's going on, my guy? Wild Fan, I see you. Big up Abe Martinez. I just tripped on a train and almost fell into a group of women. I was so embarrassing. I flew across the train. I don't know what happened, but super awkward. Yeah, the worst. The worst for me, when the ladies, when the hoes, when the women, when anybody, for anybody is around, you know what's worse? The worst is when you trip up the stairs on the train. So you're going to a train platform and you trip up the stairs. You know, like I'm one of those type of guys that likes to skip the steps, right? I do the whole skipping the steps thing. I jump up, you know? I feel like I'm a fucking antelope. I want to skip the steps, right? So I skip the steps. But sometimes you know, you hit a step. You don't skip it properly. You don't clear it. You know what I mean? So you hit a step, you don't clear it properly, and then you do it. I've done it twice. I've done it when I was skipping the steps. I skipped the steps and I fell twice. So I fell once, then I skipped again, and I fell again. Twice. Imagine that. So big up Abe Martinez. I've had way worse. I fell twice. The shame. The loss of aura is fucking crazy. The loss of aura is fucking crazy. But we move. You get me? We move. Big up the stream chat. Big up everybody tuning in. Appreciate you. Like the stream. Subscribe. By the way, sorry for the lack of fucking Drake. Drake is that real? Drake is live. Let me say that. Hold on. Oh, Drake is streaming today. Rotted. Bankrupt Eddie.
God.
Nice. Big up A Martinez.
Bro, one of them ducked.
Yeah.
Eye emoji. Hit wall.
Oh
They all
no.
laughed.
Oh no. Oh no. Big up A Martinez. Apologies, brother. Apologies. That is fucking brutal. That is fucking brutal. Big up A Martinez. Happy you're here. Happy you're alive. Happy you're here. Happy you're alive. Yeah, Drake is streaming. Drake is streaming. What's that? Back-to-back giveaway. Win 10% of Drake's balance. Rotted. So Drake is streaming right now. Nice. Let's see. Maybe I'll get a little bump. You never know. Usually, on some occasions, when the big dogs are streaming, they sometimes do raids on other people's channels. So you never know. Man might get a little bump. Man might get a little bump on the back of this. You never fucking know. Look at the timing. Look at God. Look at God. I'm streaming today, and now all of a sudden Drake is streaming. Fucking brilliant. Anyway, less on Drake, more on me. Less on Drake, more on me. Make sure you check out the Kick channel if you want to check that out. All that good stuff. We're going to go over the stuff in the title, basically. We're going to go over Chin. We're going to go over Lush getting baptized, by the way. Lush got baptized. The things we do for girls. When we play the Lush clip, I want you to let me know. What have you done in the past? Me now, I'm not like that. Me now, I'm fucking militant. All 2026 going forward, my main mission is no DMs. All 2026, I'm on some laser focused thing. I don't want any distractions. I'm not giving a fuck about all that shit. If I get an inbound, if I get some whores sliding into my DMs, fair enough. But I'm not, no outbound DMs, none of that stuff. No outbound fucking follows of randoms, none of that. Clearing it all that up. I'm fucking focusing on what needs to be done. But we all have a past. We're all younger. We've all done embarrassing things for girls. I remember once when I was in school, I went to a girl's house and gave her a rose for Valentine's. That was kind of embarrassing. She said thank you and closed the door. Never did that again. Never did that again. She said thanks and closed the door. And yeah, man. Yeah. So I'd love to know, because I'm pretty sure Lush got baptized because of his girlfriend. I'm pretty sure he felt the pressure. She said she's going to leave him. So he thought, you know what? Fuck it. I'll get baptized. I'll show you I'm serious. It's kind of wild. Getting baptized after you've been on it for the last fucking days is fucking crazy, isn't it? Getting baptized in a church after doing, you know, untold amount of 8 balls sounds a bit crazy. After doing all the meth in the world, getting baptized sounds kind of crazy. So we're going to do a bit of Lush. We're also going to go ahead and watch the Ghost Gum. There's a new documentary by Ghost Gum about fucking, what's his face? About Joe Rogan. We're going to do the Ghost Gum documentary too. Actually, let me get that up first. I haven't even loaded it. We're going to do the Ghost Gum documentary on Joe Rogan. And then we're going to do some other bits and bobs as well. So it's a jam-packed show today, jam-packed show. And like I said, tomorrow's show, which is technically Monday. Today's Sunday for me. Tomorrow's show will be the last show of the week. So this is the penultimate show. So big up everybody for tuning in. Just keep that in mind. And then throughout the week, if I've got time, I'll be uploading clips. So don't worry, that'll be the last live stream, but I'll still uploading clips because I've got so many clips to go through that I haven't uploaded. So please forgive me for not being on it with the clips, but I'll be uploading all the clips from the past streams on the channel as well. Big up everybody for tuning in. And appreciate the support, appreciate the views. You guys are fucking legends. You guys are legends. Let's get into the show. Let's talk. Let's get into the show. So first things first. I saw this random clip and I don't know if this is true. I saw this randomly and I wanted to watch it with you guys. What do you think about this, guys? Is this true? This is courtesy of Eater. And Eater said the $25 steak, the $25 steak Fritz, I think Fritz, that became an NYC obsession. Is this true? Is this something that people in New York order? Steak and chips, is that like a thing? A steak and chips thing in New York? I don't know. $25 seems like a lot though, innit, for steak and chips? Let's play the video minute. Big up Eater, let's go.
This step is one of the most crucial steps in the whole process. Come on, you know, what else you want? You take a fry, take a steak.
Looks good though. Fucking hell.
I've been eating this for like 2 years.
Why with chopsticks though, by the way? That's a bit pretentious, isn't it? Why would you serve steak and chips like that and eat with chopsticks? That sounds kind of pretentious. That looks kind of pretentious. Is steak and chips a Japanese thing, an Asian thing? I don't think it is. Bit strange, no?
I'm not sick of it. My name's Sam Braverman. We're here at Lori Jane, and we're gonna make you our most popular dish, steak frites with our Lori Jane au poivre sauce.
Looks really tasty though. Big up WCK. No Christmas show. No Christmas show this year. No Christmas show. I'll probably come back on a Friday. So no Christmas show. So tomorrow's show, today and tomorrow's show will be the last shows of the week. Today and tomorrow will be the last shows of the week. No Christmas show.
People come here for our steak frites because it is one of the best versions of the dish that exists on a slower day.
Oh, it's pommes frites. Okay, so it's frites as in French for fries. I think French in fries is frites, right? It's pommes frites. So I guess he's pronouncing it frites. But yeah, $25 for that seems a bit much, no? I know steak meat is expensive and shit, but $25 for that is fucking crazy. Is that decent? Big up Apex Potter, really? That's decent. Wow, really? Stephen Castaneda, that'll be a good deal in LA. Really? Okay. $25 sounds crazy too. Because $25 is like what, £20 in the UK? £20 for that little cardboard thing with steak and chips. God damn.
Do about 40 or 50 steaks. On an average day, that number's gonna float between 80 and 120. To this dish, there are 4 main components. That's going to be our USDA prime steak, French fries or frites, which we make here. Yeah. There's the steak butter that's cooked down from the steak trim with a bunch of lovely herbs and stuff. And then there's our take on an au poivre sauce. Step 1 of steak frites. Get some steak, cut it up. This is USDA prime chuck flap. The chuck flap is analogous to a boneless short rib, meaning there's going to be a lot of marbling, a good amount of fat, as well as like some intramuscular and sinuous fat. What we're doing here is trying to just get down to that nice, even, meaty chunk.
That's something I think I could do. I don't think I could cook that well in a restaurant, but I think I'd be pretty good with like taking off the fat. It's quite like a calming, soothing process. You know, trimming the meat, trimming the fat, you know? Trimming it until you get to the proper meat of the steak and shit. I think I could do that. In terms of cooking it and shit, preparing it, nah.
And then portion you out some lovely 5-ounce steaks. Little guys like this, that's gonna go towards the staff. Also, we run specials with our excess trim. All the trim that you see JC pulling off of here, that's all going to...
Right, big up user. In this economy, a basic cheap meal is that price. $25, really? Honestly, that little box doesn't look that big at all. It looks very well done, don't get me wrong. It looks very high quality, but $25 for that.
To form the basis of our steak butter, we're minimizing our waste, we're reinforcing the flavors and layering the flavors. It's just how we do things at Lori Jane. So the steak butter is going to be our final basting product for the steak once it's finishing up on the flat top. Step 2, make the steak butter. We're gonna take our trim, some thyme, some rosemary, and then a ton of butter. Cooked with unsalted butter. You can always add salt, dog. It's harder to take it away.
Really? Is that the trick? I always cook, well, if I ever use salted butter, or if I ever use butter when I'm cooking, I always use salted butter. I didn't know that. That's a nice little tip, actually. You could always add salt later for taste, but yeah, use unsalted. Fair enough.
Steak butter, I'm not gonna say it's an original concept. It's just another way to not waste a product. We take the steak butter, we go over here, and now that's gonna rock for at least an hour to 2 hours. Last step for the steak butter, a little closer to the end, we're gonna add in our garlic. We don't want that garlic to burn, so that's coming right at the end and just infuse it.
So all the fats, all the stuff that they took off from the steak, they put in the steak butter. Wow. That's gonna be rich as fuck, innit? God damn. That'll clog up your arteries.
And a nice garlicky burst into that. Everybody likes herb garlic butter on steak. This is that with more steak in it. Step 3, make the fries.
How's that?
With steak frites, there's 2 core components to that dish, steak and French fries. For our French fries, for our frites, we like to use Idaho russet potatoes. We try to get 70 count potatoes. That means there's 70 to a box. So these days, in an average day, we're doing 150 to 200 pounds of potatoes. First thing we have to do is rinse the potatoes right over here. I have a few I already did that for. And then these guys will go over here into our potato puncher. We punch them at a 1/4 inch thickness. That's kind of like your classic McDonald's,
Ah,
shoestring, fat shoestring, bâtonnette, whatever you'd like to call it. Imagine doing this like 250 times. That's what we're looking at. Just.
Yeah, I can do this. This is my job in the kitchen. I can do this. I can trim the fat off from the fucking steak. I can wash some plates, and I can definitely operate this machine. Everything else, I'll be useless.
To get the fries to that next stage in the process. When they're coming out, that's what a French fry looks like.
I've always been told if you make your own French fries at home, you always wash the start. I wonder if he's gonna do that. Whenever you make your French fries at home, I've been told that you should slice them and then put them in a bowl of water to take away the starch, and then after 10 minutes or so, you rinse it out. You rinse out that starch thing. That's what I've been told. Let's see.
You know, they're good. What you guys see here is equivalent to, let's say, 5 to 8 portions of steak frite fry once they're parred off and come up to temp. So of our total yield for an average night, this is about 1.5 to 2%. And now it's time to get them soaking in our acidulated water.
Oh yeah,
take some kosher salt, add that into some cool water. Going for about 2 tablespoons per 50 pounds of potato. Then we're also gonna add in just some white vinegar.
Really?
About the same amount. This step, soaking the fries in water, is one of the most crucial steps in the whole process.
Really?
It's gonna help regulate the starch content in the potato, draw out excess starch we don't want, keep in the good starch we do want.
So what I've been doing is right, but he adds vinegar and salt to the water. I've never done that before. Okay.
If you skip this, you will not yield as good of a final product. If you do not blanch, rest your fries, soak them in the water, the end product is going to be floppy, it's gonna be slightly brown and discolored. There's totally delicious fries made like that. Like Five Guys, you know, or In-N-Out. They're punched and immediately dropped into the water. And that's why so many people complain about In-N-Out fries. They're like, they're limp, they don't have—
Oh yeah, that's why In-N-Out fries, that time that I had In-N-Out, the one time that I went to In-N-Out, went into LA, In-N-Out fries, if you leave them to be room temperature, they're basically inedible. If you leave In-N-Out fries room temperature, they're basically inedible. They taste disgusting. Ah, because they do that. They don't soak them first. They just chop them in slices, put them straight into the fryer. Okay.
the crust. It's because they're skipping that integral step and they're not double frying them. So now we want to top these off with more water. If we don't cover the potatoes fully with water, they will start to oxidize and brown. We don't want that. We want nice, evenly colored potatoes. We're gonna let these soak for at least an hour, and while we're doing that, we're gonna get working on the AP sauce.
Okay, I didn't know that.
Step 4, make the sauce. To get that going, we have to break down a bunch of shallots. To make a batch of our poivre, it takes roughly a gallon of shallots.
So what's that butter for then? I thought the butter was part of the sauce. What the fuck's the butter for? You're just gonna have steak butter in the fridge for what? To put on bread or something? Jesus Christ.
Shallots, I believe that works out to like, I want to say 10 pounds. If you have a cast iron at home, or if you're in a commercial kitchen working with a griddle, you take this guy and follow me over here. You can throw that on the griddle, and that's gonna help season the griddle so that whatever you're cooking next has a really good release, gets a nice sear. You don't have to be worried about sticking, rust, any of these things. The reason why we use shallots as opposed to, you know, say white or
onions,
red onion or something like that. The shallots have a more nuanced, delicate flavor. It kind of ends up being somewhere between like a sweet onion and some garlic. It kind of makes space for all the other things that go in this sauce.
Okay.
Take your rondeau or wide bottom saucepan, and then you're gonna take your shallots over here. We're gonna load them in a couple at a time to the Robocoup. Pulse, 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 pulse. And then once they're getting down, then we're gonna take our shallot and we're gonna put them all into this pan. If you are at home and you cook food, get a rubber spatula. You can do so many things with it. It's freaking great. And at this point, if you have a little variation in the size of the shallots, that's okay, because at the end of the process, we're actually gonna strain all these out. You're not gonna even eat these shallots. We're just gonna infuse the sauce with all their flavor. This is a sauce with a bunch of components and processes, and that helps with layering the flavors throughout. So
would you, maybe I take it back. This is kind of it looks like a simple dish, but there's quite a lot of elements involved. Does that equate to the price? It shouldn't really, but it probably does, isn't it? Maybe that's why it's $25. There's a lot that goes into this steak and fries.
That when you get that finished bite, you know, you're gonna get peppercorn at the front, then some creamy, then like a little bit of that allium vibe, like all of that rocking together to create this like luscious, happy, never broken sauce. So this is our steak butter. Pour a nice generous amount on there.
Oh, there it is.
And then we do also add in a smidge of extra virgin olive oil just to help that cooking process go along. It's time to start cooking them. So at this point, the shallots are gonna start roasting gently in the pan. We are gonna be stirring them throughout. We're just kind of trying to like sweat them now and get them down to a nice translucent period where they'll start to release more of that aroma. And then we're gonna start adding more stuff and building the sauce on top of that. So our shallots are just about there. They've been roasting for about 30, 35 minutes. We're gonna go in with a really generous scoop of garlic that we're mincing here. And then believe this, we're gonna do it again. It's awesome. Who doesn't love garlic? We're starting to get some darker bits. So before this goes any further, we wanna start adding our other liquids, which are gonna help this all come together and pull any fond off the bottom of the pan that we want for our final product. It's time for the booze and the other stuff.
Really?
This is Douce Cognac. Thank you, French. You're going for very, very generous 2 to
They put Douce in the fucking sauce. Jesus Christ.
3 ounces. We'll put the cognac in there, let it rock for a moment, and then while that's starting to bring everything else together, we're gonna take about a quart of white wine, like a nice Sauvignon Blanc or Chardonnay.
Yo, that sauce will get you licked, innit? That's a lot of fucking white wine.
You know, that kind of classic food rule of 10% better than your cheap wine will do here. We don't need to cook out all of the alcohol right now, but if you see now, when we scrape the bottom of the pan, all of that flavor from the shallots starting to caramelize and even stick a bit, that's going into our sauce now. In here, we have our other flavorants. This is tamari fish sauce. This is kekat manis. That's gonna be a sweet, thickened soy sauce. And we also have some lemon juice and sherry vinegar. Now we have all these guys in here, and you're gonna see this color start to take on a more, you know, darker, deep brown, just shy of black hue. And that's where we wanna be at this point in the process, because remember, we're about to start adding a ton of cream, and that's gonna lighten the whole thing up a lot. This is one of our final processes. We're gonna take our house.
Fucking hell, man. There's a lot that goes into this, isn't it? Big up Don Dutta too. I got a sweet potato and some ground beef in my fridge, thinking of how to make this knockoff version. Yeah, exactly. This is a lot that goes into this dish, man. Fucking hell. How many flavors?
Made chicken stock, and we're gonna dump a whole bunch of it in.
Yeah, I take it back, man. This is well worth the $25. Way worth it. It probably tastes amazing with the amount of fucking things that goes into this.
We're gonna let this reduce. This is about 6 liters.
I was expecting like a basic steak, a peppercorn sauce, poured over some fries. Honestly, that's what I was expecting. But this is a lot
of stock. We want to bring this down to about 4 to 5, and then we'll add our cream in. The sauce is pretty much done. We're just gonna let this rock together until that cream comes to a boil. Once
Big K in the house, Wagwan Coiler, what's good, peep? What's good, beat?
The cream is at a boil, we'll then cut the heat, add a little bit more of our hard herbs, and then we just strain this out and it's ready for service. Step 5, put it all together, make sure you seasoned it. We're gonna take our steaks, very generously season them. All right, then we're gonna come over here, get our beef tallow. That's gonna help us form that crust. Now we're gonna take these guys. If you don't hear that sound, it is not hot enough. We wanna let these rock.
Hold on. Is that salt he put on that? Was that all that salt? Was that salt?
Very generously season them.
That's a lot. Isn't that a lot of salt, people? Am I bugging?
We're gonna take our steaks, very generously season them.
Is that not a lot of salt, or am I bugging out? Is that not a lot of salt? Like, that's covered. That's like caster sugar, no? Or am I bugging out? That's not a lot of salt for a steak. All of that. Look how white it's the whole sheet. The whole coating, nah? Or am I bugging? You bugging, okay?
Alright, then we're gonna come.
Let us live. Let us live as we want. Big up user. When you cook at home, you would think that's a lot. Let us live and die as we want. Big up yous.
Over here, get our beef tallow. That's gonna help us form that crust. Now we're gonna take these guys. If you don't hear that sound, it is not hot enough. We wanna let these rock for about 3 minutes or so to form that real hard crust on there. We do cook medium rare, sometimes a little closer to rare, because it's damn good meat and we want you to have that. While those are hanging out, I'm gonna
Thank you, Andrew. Thank you greatly. Thank you greatly.
Get our peppercorn blend ready, toast those off, and start working on that. What we have here are some green Sichuan peppercorns, standard black peppercorn, and then we have the red Sichuan peppercorn.
Wow!
So we take all our peppercorns,
3 different peppercorns. Fucking hell!
give them a nice gentle
All right, this is definitely worth $25.
toast, right until they start to become fragrant. Once the peppercorns are done toasting, these will get blended up and generously added to the au poivre sauce, and that will form the true au poivre. Our steak should be just about ready to flip, and it's at this point that we're gonna start hitting them with that steak butter. So by doing this, we're
All that salt, that fucking steak butter. Jesus Christ, man. This is some not big back. This is giganto back. All that butter, all that fucking salt. God damn.
We're gonna start to break down any of that excess intramuscular fat, and we're just infusing this with a lovely, beefy, buttery, herby, garlicky flavor. We're gonna pop a dome on there. We're gonna let that rock for about a minute or so. So those steaks cook for about 7 or 8 minutes. We have to rest those for at least 7 to 8 minutes. If you're at home and you have the time, rest them for like 12 minutes.
Okay.
It'll only be better.
Oh, really? Okay, I didn't know that. Resting a steak is the best thing. Okay. Wow, look at that. They look brilliant.
All right, it's time to plate up. Check it out. We're gonna take our fries. We're gonna load that boat up. We wanna have a nice, even bed for your steak to sit on. Take our steak. Fan them out right there. Fan it out. Beautiful. Tiny bit of mulligan. It's already a very salty dish.
More salt. God almighty, bro. How much salt? Yo, if Chin ate this, he'd have a heart attack. If Chin ate this, he would have an heart attack, mate. He'd have a heart attack.
Take our sauce. So whether that's a whisk or a ladle, you should see all the peppercorns in the sauce. You should know that you are getting a peppercorn sauce. A rain of chives. Shower them in chives. And this is our most ordered dish. It's
still
served with chopsticks.
Why?
I am a Jewish kid from New York City. I love Chinese food. Also, this is the best way to eat it. All right? Like
what? This is served with It's a French dish served with chopsticks. I'm a Jewish kid. What? What does that mean? Just say you prefer to eat with chopsticks. Like what?
Watch. We're gonna go over here. We're gonna pick out our favorite piece of steak. And because we're feeling crazy, we're gonna double up. We're gonna go for 2 bites of steak. Everything's okay.
It's not, but it's still a small box though, isn't it?
I've been eating this for like 2 years. I'm not sick of it. I'm bringing 1 home. I'm bringing 2 home. I'm feeding all you guys. It's good. Enjoy shit.
Okay, big up chef. Big up the chef. That's actually a good dish, but God almighty, that's a very small portion. It feels like a truck stop, a truck food, like a food truck portion. A lot of work goes into it though, to be fair to him. A lot of work does go into that thing. So maybe he's got a point, but there's a lot of salt on that bad boy, bro. There's a lot of fucking salt, a lot of cholesterol in that shit. Fucking hell. But yeah, big up Eater. Where's it from? So maybe if you guys care, it's from a place called we step inside Lori Jane at Danger. So it's a place called Lori Jane, Danger, Bushwick, New York. So if you guys want to check it out, this is the place. Lori Jane, Danger. That's the location, Lori Jane. They're open. There you go. There's the location. Lori Jane, Lori fucking Jane. Okay, big up blood clot Laurie Jane, innit? Big up blood clot Laurie Jane. What else do they do? They do bare stuff, innit? Cool. Big up blood clot Laurie Jane. Cool. Moving on. What you guys say? Let's go. Brendan Schwabby. So, you guys know, right? You guys know that straight after the Anthony Joshua, Jake Paul fight, the Jake Paul Anthony Joshua fight, you guys know that Brendan got onto his Twitter because we spoke about it on the stream. I reacted to it on the stream and I was like, this guy's talking out of his ass. And Brendan basically insinuated very heavily that he thought the Anthony Joshua v Jake Paul fight was scripted. He didn't buy the fact that Anthony Joshua couldn't connect meaningfully to Jake Paul until the 6th round. He didn't buy any of it. He thought it was all a fix, it was all a script. And he thought that Joshua and Jake Paul agreed to a script where Anthony Joshua would break his jaw in 2 places in the 6th round. That's what he insinuated, right? This is straight after the fight. This is this video.
That Jake Paul Anthony Joshua fight, huh? I don't know what to say, man. I haven't seen the reaction online. Something's up, yeah? Anthony Joshua didn't throw a single straight right hand for 6 rounds. He didn't cut off the ring. I'm trying to make sense of it. It's tough to pin a guy down when he's on his bike and Jake was moving so much. I'm trying to be cool.
So he doesn't think, he thinks the fact that Joshua couldn't touch Jake Paul with a meaningful shot or know the straight hand, that meant that the fight was fixed. When really, if you watch the fight, you would know that Jake Paul was doing quite well in the first couple of rounds. He was moving around really well. There's a story out there that allegedly Jake Paul had to put into his contract for the fight that he wanted the ring to be a little bit bigger, which allowed him more space to get on his bike and move around and not be an easy target for Joshua to fight, to hit. Anthony Joshua's also known as a bit of a slow starter. He has to find his range, blah, 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 blah. But it made sense to me how the fight panned out. It wasn't fun to watch, but as the fight panned out, and Jake Paul started to tire and fatigue from all the running that he was doing, from all the ducking he was doing, from being on his bike and moving left to right and stuff. As he started to tire, Anthony Joshua started to get closer to him because he had nowhere to run, and he started to close off the ring easier too. So it was no surprise to me, at least, that he got caught with the right hand, the straight right hand in the 6th round, because Jake Paul was an easier target to hit because he wasn't moving as much. Well, Brendan thinks that's a conspiracy. Brendan doesn't think that was true.
It was weird, right?
Yo, big up Uche in the stream chat. Big up sis. Wagwan.
Something's up. Even the knockdown where they called it. Anybody who's ever been concussed, I've been there. When he got knocked down, the first thing he did was look at his brother and say, "That was a good one." When you're concussed, you really don't have the brain power to do that.
Yeah, you do. You're not knocked out. It's you got a little ding on the head. He was saying loads of stuff. Logan was saying stuff outside of the ring. Jake was making faces at fucking Anthony Joshua all throughout the fight. I don't think that's if that's the proof that you need that it was a big conspiracy because Jake Paul made a joke as he was sitting on the floor, I don't necessarily think that's the best evidence out there. They were both trolling in and out of the ring. That's not that big of a deal.
I don't know, man. It was disappointing. Super disappointing. Super disappointing. Kudos to both those boys. Get your money. Get your bag, boys. So I'm not mad at anybody. I think they both made like 90 mil. Get your bag. But I got some questions. Right? Right?
So that's what he said, right? Right? After the fight. Now, Brendan, the consummate bad man, hard guy, twist your neck off, no hater can ever talk to me in real life, You know that hard guy. Well, in less than 24 hours after making that first video, he makes another video. And in this video, he tags Jake Paul. In this video, he tags Jake Paul in the caption. He says, lots of opinions on at Jake Paul after last night's fight, but say what you want. Has anyone made boxing more relevant in the last 5 years? So the first video, he essentially was insinuating very heavily that Jake Paul and Anthony Joshua was a fake fight. It wasn't real. In theory, calling Jake Paul a cheater, in a way, a scam artist, a charlatan, or whatever, right? In a roundabout way. And then in less than 24 hours, he completely walks it back and starts to suck on Jake Paul's dick. Is he the most relevant boxer in the last 5 years? I wonder what changed. Did Logan make a call? Did Jake Paul make a call? Did somebody make a call from the Paul camp to set him straight?
Here's the one thing nobody realizes about Jake Paul. Say what you want about him when it comes to fighting and last night's Anthony Joshua fight. I have some questions too. That's all fine and dandy. The Mike Tyson fight, all that. I get that. But the one thing nobody realizes is no one's done more for the sport of boxing than Jake Paul in the last 15 years.
What a change. What an absolute 180. He went from insinuating the fight was scripted and fake to less than 24 hours later, Jake Paul is the most important boxer in the history of boxing. This guy is fucking brilliant. I know what happened. I have a feeling I know what happened. I think Logan Paul made a call. Logan and him are the closest. I think the closest, right? I think Big Brother Logan put in a call and told him to fucking stop talking shit. I think Big Brother Logan told him, stop chatting shit before I bury you in fucking lawsuits, you fucking idiot. And he completely changed his opinion. Oh my God.
Not even remotely close. Say what you want about him. I get the criticisms. I get the questions about the...
Oh, really? Big up Coiler. Okay. I think the Paul camp sent a lot of DMs to creators. They even tried to gaslight America and read that into Marubian videos. Okay, cool. There we go. Yeah. They don't play. Even though the Paul brothers do a lot of their own, they're their own worst enemy. They're the ones that engage in the scams and the rug pulls, in this and that. But one thing they don't play about is slander. They're gonna do some things. They're going to do some dark arts to get the slander down. Requesting video takedowns, copyright takedowns and strikes, suing people. They don't give a fuck. So yeah, that makes sense. But yeah, Coiler, that makes a lot of sense. Definitely Logan or someone from the Paul camp put in a call. Look at his face.
Fights, I get all that. But who's been more important for the sport of boxing than Jake Paul? I'll go. Oh wait, go. Who?
Nobody's in the room there with you, you fucking idiot. I love when he does this sort of stuff. Oh, wait, who? Bro, you're not talking to nobody. Nobody's there. Yo, big up Joel for MIA. Wagwan, GG.
Who's made boxing more relevant, especially currently? The younger generation, they're not following boxing. They can't even name 5 freaking boxers, but they know Jake Paul. What other mainstream main event boxer could get Netflix to commit to a deal like this? There's nobody.
Also, what does this point have to do with the fight? That's why I know that's why this feels like he was pressured to do this. Because what does this have to do with the fight? Jake Paul's importance to modern day boxing. Jake Paul's influence in the popularity or the resurgence in boxing within young people. What does this have to do with Paul v. Joshua? What does it have to do with anything? Like, what? He's really trying to get back in their good graces by overly glazing.
So say what you want about Jake Paul. but there's been nobody more important to boxing than Jake Paul. Despite whatever criticism you want to give him.
The criticism that you gave him yesterday. You gave him the criticism that you gave him.
He's the most important thing in boxing today. Sorry.
Oh, I love it. The one time, by the way, after an event where you couldn't copy a Luke Thomas review, he couldn't copy an Ariel Helwani review. Ariel Helwani was working the fight, right? Ariel Helwani was working, so he couldn't immediately copy what Ariel Helwani had to say. He couldn't immediately copy what Luke Thomas had to say because he was streaming. So he had to make up his own opinion. He had to use his own brain to figure out what opinion to make. He makes the opinion that the fight was likely rigged because Anthony Joshua couldn't knock out Jake Paul in one round, right? As we all thought that would happen, but watching the fight, you could see why it was difficult because Jake Paul was moving target. He wasn't just standing there waiting to get punched in the face. But Brendan was like, you know what? That's my conspiracy theory. Because Anthony Joshua couldn't knock this guy out in 30 seconds, it must be fixed. He gets on camera, he says it. Obviously, he gets absolutely ripped to pieces, and the Paul brothers are not too happy when they see that. And they put in a phone call, and in less than 24 hours, here he is with a rehearsed and somewhat written explanation about why Jake Paul is the most important boxer in modern history. Ah, brilliant. My favorite bit is this, though. That's my favorite bit at the start. The little boomer face. I love the boomer face at the beginning of the video, you know, as he's beginning to record. I love the little boomer pause. The little boomer 2-second pause is so good. Ah, big up Brendan, man. Big up Brendan. The gift that keeps on giving. The gift that keeps on fucking giving. Ah, man. What's that? What people say in the comments here? Absolutely nobody. There's been so many bigger names. I'll be honest, I tried the hearing of non-boxing guys. Okay, let's see here. What are people saying in the comments? Bros, you were such a hater last night. Now this. You're a constant flip-flop. Own your words. Exactly. Own your words. Not all attention's good attention. Notice how he's covering his bleached hair after getting eviscerated in the comments last night. I'm gonna be honest, I'm tired of hearing non-boxing guys talk about boxing. Facts. Boxing heads want him to go away. I'd say Turkey al-Kashish. You are talking about being boxing paid and spiking interest. You're probably right. They made Paul Brendan put this out immediately after the video last night. Hey Brendan, you're a terrible MMA fighter and even worse comedian. Keep your opinions to yourself. Thanks. Terrible take. No way he quit drinking, right? 12 hours apart. Oh. By the way, is he secretly drinking? I don't think so. I doubt he's secretly drinking. I doubt it. I doubt he's secretly drinking. No one cares about Disney Boy with money. People should be angry at how attention. Trying to avoid a lawsuit. I see, Baba. He's trying to avoid a lawsuit while he files lawsuits against Unique. I fucking love it. I fucking love it. Big up Brendan, man. Big up fucking Brendan. He's the gift that keeps on giving. Talking about Brendan, look at this. A Tozy. My guy A Tozy made a video about Brendan. I don't know why. I haven't watched it yet. But look at the title. A Tozy made a video about Brendan. Really big YouTuber. 1.94 million subscribers. 1.94 million subscribers. Comedian continues to destroy his image with questionable giveaway. Uh-oh. Big YouTubers covering Brendan.
This comedian turned podcaster just got exposed for running car giveaways that seem less than legit.
They verify the winners.
If there's any connection to you, they're just...
So nobody in here can win. If someone went to high school with me, middle school, nothing. So you have to have no connection to me. So they go through, they say 10 business days.
And this has actually been a theory on his subreddit for a while, but it wasn't until someone caught the most recent gifted truck for sale in a different state from where the winner won it in. That's when a lot of people started going, wait a second, is this only just a ploy to sell more merch and it's not even a real giveaway? That's the main question floating around.
Brendan Schaub did a truck giveaway.
Wow, you got Unique. Big up Unique. Big up fucking Unique. Unique, you got a shout out, bro. Hey, Tozy. Oh, Tozy shouted you out. Big up Unique. Big up fucking Unique. Love to hear it.
And remember, the winner was a pastor who just so happened to live in Texas. Because lo and behold, that very truck is now up for sale in Florida.
Okay, so that is interesting, but the guy we're talking about today is Brendan Schaub. He used to be a professional MMA fighter, but has since pivoted to comedy and podcasting with the help of his friend Joe Rogan. So as
with the help of his friend Joe Rogan, yeah. How about Brian Callen? You didn't talk. What about Brian Callen? Brian Callen played a big part as well.
Right now, he's a 42-year-old comedic podcaster who hosts multiple shows with other comedian buddies. And he's currently being exposed for allegedly running a giveaway scam for his truck, but possibly even other cars in the past. And while Brendan is often on the receiving end of internet criticism, it usually is just for just being cringe or failing at various endeavors. But this time, things...
That's your legacy. Why do you get so much hate? Because I'm cringe and I fail a lot. But I just go. Big up Bappa, big up Bappa.
A little bit different. So people are now wondering if there might potentially be a case for some kind of giveaway fraud here. If you consider the main way to gain entries to his giveaways was to buy his merch.
Yo, big up Cole. What annoys me is that nothing seems to happen with all this scandal he's involved in. Just news bait that's forgotten about next week. The question is for you, Cole. What do you want to happen? What would you want to happen in an ideal world? What would you want to happen with this news? Because that's where I'm a little bit different to most of the people that cover this sort of shit. I don't want to see this guy on the street with a fucking tin can. You know, that's not what I'm in it for. I'm in it to point and laugh and keep it moving. But I know there are some people in this community that want to see Brendan lose everything. So what do you want to see? What is your ideal scenario?
Now, of course, you can mail up to 10 postcards by hand and get 10 free entries, but most people aren't doing that. And this style of giveaway is fairly common, especially within the automotive creator space. And we've even covered some of them before. And while Brandon has come out on Instagram to try to dispel some of the rumors that he had no...
Oh, hell no. The dude who won the giveaway truck sold it already. This makes me not want to do fucking giveaways. Yeah, right. That fake anger. Fake outrage.
Acknowledgement or the involvement in the sale of the truck, lots of people simply just aren't buying it. Because even though he relocated to Austin, Texas to follow Joe Rogan, a lot of people are saying that
relocating to follow Joe Rogan is fucking peak.
Things aren't really going to his plan over there. But first, how do we even get here? So how do he go from a college athlete to podcaster potentially running giveaway scams on Instagram? Well, before Brandon stepped in front...
That's actually true. That's a big L, isn't it? That's a major fucking L. College athlete, right? To fucking comedian. No, to podcaster, to comedian, to then doing fucking truck giveaways. Jesus Christ, man.
Front of a mic, he was, as I said, mostly an athlete. Specifically, he competed in sports that had a whole lot of head trauma. This also earned him the online nickname as CTE Schaub because he kept mispronouncing and adding words. Watch me mispronounce what the and this also landed him the nickname CTE Schaub because of...
Is that true? I never heard... Is that a nickname? I've never heard that nickname. I never heard CTE Schaub as a nickname.
How he mispronounces words all the time.
It's in mass production. What's coming out? That was an M. Night Shyamalan movie. John Elway lives and breathes in Denver, Colorado. Owns car dealerships. Won Super Bowls.
Okay,
Super
you
Bowls.
won Super Bowls. Okay.
I used to think giraffe was giraffe. I thought it spelled with a D.
Dude.
And I mean, hey, that is harmless. I myself mispronounce words all the time.
I used to think, imagine thinking that. I used to think a giraffe was pronounced giraffe. Why would you think that when it's not pronounced that way? Like, honestly, the school system in America failed him. He failed himself. His parents failed him. That makes no sense. How can a kid just think a word is pronounced one way? No, it's pronounced the way it's pronounced. Like, why would you think it's pronounced another way? Like, huh?
And the only thing I can really blame that on is being raised in Norway. But that's besides the point. Schaub was pretty good at multiple sports. Football, lacrosse, mixed martial arts, and Brendan even competed in a reality TV show called The Ultimate Fighter, and eventually ended up with a UFC contract, which explains how he knows Joe Rogan.
What's he putting in there? Day 7 got caught f***ing off.
Seriously, y'all need to stop.
Ain't this a bitch?
I'm so embarrassed.
And this connection
Oh, look at Brendan killing. Look at Brendan, the first little embers of being a stand-up comedian. The first little embers. But the second joke kind of bombed. The first joke had the room going. The second joke kind of bombed already. So we already saw the bomb artist in training. The bomb artist in training.
started to help propel him into the circles of famous podcasters and stand-up comedians, people like Theo Von and so on and so on. So he started the podcast The Fighter and the Kid with Brian Callen in 2013 while he
Brian Callen. Say that again. Brian Callen or Callen. What?
And so on and so on. So he started the podcast The Fighter and the Kid with Brian Callen in 2013.
Brian Callen. He's going to be so mad. He's going to be so mad, Brian Callen.
While he was still fighting in the UFC, hence the name. But after a few years and a less than stellar fighting record, Brendan got some tough love from his beloved mentor, Joe.
It's not that you don't try hard. It's not that you're not dedicated. It's not that you're not disciplined. There's shit that other people can do that you can't do.
By the way, going back now, or thinking now with a bit of time that's gone past, the truth is he didn't try hard. Remember, he actually didn't try hard. If you listen to that episode of, what was it? Was it Golden? Was it the Schaub show? I don't know. It was one show that another failed show that didn't go past a few episodes. He was doing these shows where he'd break down his own fights or legendary UFC fight. I don't know if it was his own fights or other fights, but mostly his own fights. And he did one with Eric Griffin. And he was discussing some of his old fights. And Eric Griffin made some really good points about training and shit and like watching tape and blah, 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 blah. And basically Brendan in that interview, whatever he did with Eric Griffin, revealed that number one, he never watched tape. He just let his coaches do watch the tape for him and prepare a plan for how he was going to do the fight. He never watched the fight after the fact. And he wasn't a believer in learning a new skill. So if he was going to fight somebody that was, I don't know, a striker, he wouldn't even try to learn some basic striking so he can, hold himself down and shit. He just want to double down on what he's good in. He didn't believe in trying to learn new things, even if it would give you a slightly better chance that maybe you could win, maybe you could get a favorable result. So you learned that he was quite close-minded, quite narrow-minded in how he approached his fucking fight career, which maybe partly also explains why he was so terrible. He might have just been bad anyway and just bad luck. He came around at the time when the division maybe was a bit stacked and shit. But that interview he did with Eric Griffin was very eye-opening because it just showed how limited he was. He's the limited thinking he had approaching his career. He really didn't try to do other things, get into, I don't know, yoga, whatever, just to kind of, improve his fucking fighting and to make himself a better athlete. He just believed in what he had to do, what was his best assets, and just double down on that, nothing else, which is fucking hilarious.
If you had a wrestling match with Cain Velasquez, how well do you think you'd do?
Straight up wrestling?
Yeah.
I think people would be surprised.
Really? You think so? Mm-hmm. I think you'd be surprised.
I bet you fucked up.
I really do. I think he'd fuck you up. There's a bridge between you and the very best guys in the world. And I don't know if you can cross that bridge. Mm-hmm. That's the reality of life.
Basically, he told him to throw
It's still kind of crazy to think back at it, I'm not gonna lie. But to be fair, Rogan did kind of like make it up to him. I think I've always said, I've always believed that Rogan truly regretted that. He really regretted that whole thing. And I think Rogan's one goal at that time was to make sure that Brendan would never have to work again a regular job. That's why I also think he's never going to fail. That's why people like Cole who want to see Brendan down and out, he's never going to be down and out. He's got someone like Rogan in his corner who can always bail him out. He's got his dad in his corner who can always bail him out. Brian, whatever. But I think Rogan especially has made it one of his goals. Hey, I'm going to make sure this kid doesn't have to work a regular job because he kind of feels a little bit guilty that he kind of forced Brendan to retire from the UFC. Because that conversation led obviously to Brendan retiring. So he would feel bad if Brendan retired, tried to do a podcast and didn't work out, and then he's got to do a regular job. So he made it his mission to make sure to help him to not ever have a regular job by having him on the Joe Rogan podcast every single time. So he racked up the most, individual appearances and shit, etc., etc., etc.
in the towel, which had to hurt, especially having that broadcasted on the largest podcast in the world. But to be fair, at this point, Brendan had already been dipping his
Exactly, user. You put it so well. You use way less words than I did. Instead of working harder, he just gave up. Same with comedy. Comedy got a bit harder. His friends moved away. He didn't maybe have the same ins and connections at certain clubs. He had to hustle a bit more. As soon as it got harder, he gave up. Exactly. Same thing happened in comedy.
Toes into the worlds of comedy and podcasting, and was sort of 1 foot out of the door anyway. So over the years, he had a few podcasts with the people I just mentioned earlier, and while he was doing all of this, Brendan also decided he was going to start a career in stand-up comedy, which is definitely not the easiest thing to do as a career. But despite that, he delivered 2 comedy specials titled You'd Be Surprised and The Gringo Poppy, which I guess is just an entire special talking about him marrying a Mexican woman.
That's so simply put. That's a great roundup of The Gringo Poppy. It's a special about him marrying a Mexican woman. It's fucking brilliant.
Moved in a house in LA. Whenever you move in a new house, it's always weird, but it's even weirder in the middle of a pandemic. So we moved in a new house. My girl goes, why don't you just go over and introduce yourself, right? I'll bake some Mexican cookies. And you go over there. I'm like, what the fuck's a Mexican cookie? What are you talking about? It's like a chocolate chip with salsa all over it. What are you talking about?
Boo. Yo, big up Dabs McGee. Exactly. He moved to Texas before knowing what the weather is or what the weather's like. Exactly. That tells you everything. That tells you everything. Big up Dabs McGee.
Dicey.
Yeah, unfortunately, they weren't received too well. So, I guess once again, Brendan threw in the towel. Now, back to his podcast, The Fighter and the Kid. The audience are, quite loyal. Not all of them are what you would consider to be supporters.
And that's a bit of a
So apparently they found this truck for sale just days after they posted it to the Fighter and the Kid subreddit. And they've been speculating about this truck and other giveaways on there for months, even years. Because as I stated previously, he was doing these like truck giveaways or car giveaways where if you bought something from his merch store, you got tickets to enter a giveaway. So like the whole merch pitch was, hey, buy my merch and you may win a free truck. Now, a whole lot of people on the internet are questioning, is he actually giving away these cars? Because people essentially think that Brendan has been running these scam giveaways for cars to make money.
Big up Carl, I don't want to see him homeless. Nothing ever seems to happen with the stories. All YouTubers seem to make big deals about it. It's just stories, comments because it gets some views. No, that's not. I think he's a unique person. Anybody else would have had to given up. Anyone else would have had to given up and get a real job. He's unique in the sense of, think of his benefactors. Think of this. Think of his patrons and his benefactors. His patrons, right? His patrons are Rogan and Brian Callen. That's as legit as it gets in terms of establishing yourself in comedy, establishing yourself in the entertainment industry, establishing yourself in podcasting. Those are his 2 main people who got him into this whole thing. And they're still all good friends till this day. So with that, and the fact that he's got a very rich dad, his dad allegedly made some computer software or something in the 90s, sold it for loads of money, and clearly has a lot of money because some people suggest that he actually funds partly Brendan's life and everything else. I think he's going to be fine off that. But if this was anybody else, they would definitely be struggling. But I think Brendan's been lucky in that he's had a lot of lucky breaks. That thing with Podcast One, the advertiser company, they were a bit of a scam, ended up owning him money. They ended up working in cahoots together with the fake views and shit. Loads of things have kind of fallen in his favor, you know? Anybody else, any regular person that went through what he went through would struggle. Same goes for Callen. Callen got accused of rape and was able to stay out of comedy for like a year or something, right? A year of a podcast and be perfectly okay. A regular person probably couldn't take a year off of their main channel where their main income comes from, you know? So I think a lot of this has to do with them just being lucky, them just having the luck of the Irish, having rich parents, having rich friends. And also you have to imagine Brendan and Brian started podcasting very early. Yes, the podcast is terrible, but one of the reasons why they're still around is because they've got like, it's called like first movers advantage. You see a lot with locals. I always talk about this, but you see a lot with people like Wings of Redemption, Boogie, DSP, like horrible, even someone like Anne Boleyn and shit, that really fat girl. If you start really early on the platform and you're one of the first ones, if you just stick with it and don't stop, even if your content is terrible, you'll still be okay. Because you're one of the first ones. If you start right now, you're going to struggle. But because they started at a time that was really early and they're still around now, they're not going to go anywhere, you know? Simply because of that, basically. The only way the podcast ends and stops is if they stop doing it themselves. But I think Brendan is very unique in that he has rich friends and, you know, parents around him that can really bail him out. But I think a regular person would definitely struggle
off of the merch sales that it would generate. But since a lot of these promo videos weren't generating more than a few thousand views, it wouldn't be far-fetched to assume that not too many people are buying the merch and entering. Now that's the problem if you're gonna go put, I don't know, like 100 grand into a truck and you're trying to sell it. Like, you need to make at least 100 grand in profit off of your merch sales to make that truck profitable to give away. Because from what I can tell, Brendan doesn't have the FU money where he can just give away trucks from the goodness of his heart.
Exactly. That's what I've always thought. The trucks themselves are already quite expensive. Yes, he's buying a lot of them secondhand, but they're still expensive trucks. They're like 60 grand upwards and shit. But the modifications he's making on these trucks, the modifications are very, very, very pricey. He doesn't skimp when it comes to the mods. Everything he buys, every part is brand new in this fucking plastic, you know? It's not like he's buying secondhand parts on fucking, you know, eBay and shit. He's buying these stuff brand new, boxed. So, yeah, like, it was always fishy from the start. It was always fishy.
Without turning any sort of profit. Who knows? Maybe he does, but it doesn't seem super likely. So because of that, it wouldn't be super far-fetched to believe that he might be very underwater on buying that expensive truck to give away, and then, you know, he's trying to sell merch, but if you don't make a profit over 100 grand, that truck's not profitable. Exactly. But I mean, if he flips the truck, he can make a little bag. So then he gets the merch sales and then whatever profit from selling the truck. And again, this is actually if this is happening. We're just going off of the community speculations here. But unfortunately for Brendan, he's known for being a little bit of a guy who cried wolf. He's also been caught bending the truth and contradicting himself often. So unfortunately, it's not too hard for people to think that he could be acting slightly shady in a situation like this. Because there's like straight up multiple Brendan Schaub line complications on YouTube. So that doesn't really help his reputation here. So the claim is though, that every time Brendan runs one of these giveaways, the winner is just someone suspiciously close to him, with people going as far as saying that, hey, he followed one of them on Instagram before he even won. And
that's the thing as well that was so obvious. Like, he should have done at least one giveaway. Like, maybe, I know it's a scam and you got a scam from the beginning until the end, but this truck giveaway scam, why couldn't he have done just one giveaway that was real? One. That would have maybe got the trolls and the haters off his back and put, you know, kind of made people, convince people that it might be somewhat legit. But he started the fucking giveaway and it was fishy from the get-go. From the first winner, it was always fishy. He didn't even start with like a real winner for once and for the first time, and then of course you're gonna scam later on, do that. I don't know why he did that. So bizarre.
And that he hung out in the same circles as the winners.
Seems too intertwined to be a valid winner of a contest. If you buy a piece of merch, you're entered to win this contest. So go get yourself some Thick Boy merch and maybe you'll win a $200,000 car. The theory among Schaub enthusiasts, the merch isn't moving. Because Brendan's not making any money on these contests, he can't afford to give the trucks away. So he's giving them to his buddies so that he doesn't have to really part with all this cash and the expense of the truck and everything like that.
Okay, I don't know about the legitimacy of these claims, but I still feel like it's relevant to the story. But now, the most recent car Brendan gave away is to a pastor by the name of Blake in Texas. And that truck just popped up for sale in West Palm Beach, Florida. And this was all confirmed by the Drive Fast All Gas decal on the back windshield, which is Brendan's car page. But what also set off the internet sleuths is that Brendan's manager, Lex McComan, lives in West Palm Beach. Whoa. So there's a lot of coincidences here to not ask questions. Like, why would the pastor immediately sell the truck right after getting it in West Palm Beach, Florida, from allegedly the same spot that Brendan got the truck from to begin with? Because remember, the pastor lives in Texas, so that's interesting. And a whole bunch of people are speculating that Brendan struck up a deal with this guy and selected him as a winner, knowing full well that he would return the car to the custom shop to sell it. That wouldn't be very pastor-like, though. I don't know, it just seems so weird. Like, why would they,
So what's happening then? Are they doing a deal where they get the money? So does if the pastor wins it and he sells it, does that mean allegedly he might cut Brendan some money? And then rinse and repeat?
Dude won it in Texas, and then immediately the car comes back up for sale in the place where they got it from. But I guess never underestimate the power of some internet sleuths, because they'll find everything. So Brendan immediately spoke out on his Instagram saying the winner was apparently not happy with his truck and turned around and sold.
Man, it's come to my attention the last giveaway winner didn't drive the truck or enjoy it in any facet. In any facet, he loves that word, isn't it? He fucking loves that word. He turned around and sold it the next day. No judgment. I'm sure he has his reasons. Makes me never wanting to do a giveaway again. Shut up. Why is it your business anyway? If they sell it, what? Even if this was real, why would it be your business what they do and sell with it? You know what I mean, you wouldn't write this stuff. This is definitely him trying to make it seem like he's legit. Reason I started them is to put as many badass V8s on the road as possible and give those who don't have access to wild cars the ability to own one and inspire others to do the same and grow a custom mod truck market. What? Oh yeah, you're so fucking you're so angelic, you are. Fucking hell. Not to turn around and make a quick buck. I hope whoever ends up buying this truck drives the shit out of it and puts the kiddos in the back. He's doing too much here, man.
The next day. Hey, I mean, I love V8s, but getting more badass V8s on the road, I wouldn't really say that's like a noble cause. But also, painting this dude as the bad guy who sold it to make a quick buck makes Brandon kind of look like he's completely innocent and had no idea. But the fact is, it ended up for sale in the city that his manager lives in and not some random spot in Texas, which again adds to the questions. Like, I see a lot of people pointing out that Brendan claimed the guy sold it the next day, but it only went up for sale just recently. Like, the next day would have been like a month before it actually went up for sale. But who knows, maybe it could be explained as he sold it to a Texas dealer and the Texas dealer sold it to that same specific dealer in Florida. Who knows though? It's not impossible, but there's definitely some coincidences no matter how you look at it. But that's the last time any real evidences came out, and now it's mostly just commentary channels just talking about the situation. And there's also a bunch of people on Reddit calling for this out to be reported as giveaway fraud and have it investigated.
Wow. They're submitting links on the giveaway fraud. This is fucking crazy.
Finding other influencers who do similar giveaways. Like I mentioned before, this is very popular in the automotive space. What I did find funny though is that Alex Jones is also doing giveaways like this. And I'm not saying not giving away the truck. I'm just saying like they sell more merch by, you know, when you buy a shirt, you get X amount of tickets to win whatever they're giving away. That's what's common.
It's
hopefully not too common to allegedly not give away the item you're claiming to give away. But since there's so many influencers who are doing these kind of giveaways, I am wondering, is this one big company that's kind of like doing these kind of like brand deals where they're like, hey, look, we'll set up all the structure for you and make sure it's all legal and stuff? Or are they doing it on their own? Who knows? Brennan did say himself that he had lawyers while selecting and contacting the winners, so we do have to assume that his bases were covered, no matter what he did. Maybe it still counts as a legal giveaway if he only actually gives away the 10K. But as of right now, it doesn't seem like his audience want to stop until they find the truth. So it'll definitely be interesting to see if anything else comes from the story. Maybe we get the side of the pasture in the future. Who knows though? But Brendan did like one of the comments on his Instagram post saying that the dealership said they traded in for a Bronco and cash, but even still, that could have been a part of the arrangement. And again, we have zero proof. And also, why wouldn't have Brendan just said that instead of saying like, oh, he just quickly sold the car immediately? Like, I feel like it's a pretty straightforward answer, and him selling the car like that, it just comes across as weird. I feel like there's more to the story that's being left out. But hey, what do you guys think? Let me know in the comments down below.
I personally think if you had to ask me, I'd say the following. I think it's quite simple. I think there is some sort of company that's involved in this truck giveaway thing, and they are doing it for the purposes of data capturing and shit. So I would imagine this company pays Brendan or whoever the influencer is a set fee to promote these trucks and shit, promote these giveaways under the guise that, you know, there's the merch to enter, all this nonsense, but Brendan just gets like a fee, like an appearance fee, whatever, like a booking thing. And the company behind it, what they get out of it is data from the people that enter, so phone numbers, addresses, all that shit when you enter the raffle. And then they rinse and repeat. That's what I think happens. I think it's simple. It's as simple as that. There could be some more elements involved with the truck giveaway in terms of the selling of this stuff, but I think the kind of the basis, the foundation of the scam is probably that. I would assume probably something along those kind of lines. I don't think any money's coming out of Brendan's pocket. I don't think he's the one that's doing none of that shit. I think he gets paid some sort of fee to do the giveaways and to act like he's, you know, the one that's spending the money on it. And then the brand, the company, whoever they are, they get everyone's data, sell it to other companies, all this malarkey, blah, 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 blah. That's what I think allegedly may be happening. I could be wrong. What are you guys saying? Andy Ward, Reddit will always end him exactly. This guy is on something now. Let's see what's under the beanie. Is hilarious. We got agree exactly with minus. He gets it. He gets it. The real thing is if the winner is real person or friend, that's it. What it is. Yeah. Like I said, I just don't know why he didn't do a couple of them real, or maybe one at least. Do one at least real. Have some fucking abuela, some kid, you know, some black guy, because everyone that won it is fucking white. Like, do something. Just mix it up. That would have been. That would have got the fucking attention off of him. But instead, he just started allegedly scamming. Sorry. From the minute one, he didn't even try and pretend. Like, god damn it, Brendan. God damn it. Okay, cool. Let's move on. Yes, let's do Chin. Chin watch time. Chin watch time. Let's fucking go. New Chin vlog just dropped. New blood clot Chin vlog just dropped. Raccoons jacked our BBQ Korean barbecue. Of course they did. Of course they did. Raccoons jacked our Korean barbecue. New camp and cook mini vlog. He's back. So it seems like he's in a better spirits now. He might be in better spirits. Chin is back now doing vlogs. Maybe he's not as depressed as he once was. Big up everybody tuning in, by the way. Big up everybody that's also in the Kick chat. If you're not streaming on the Kick chat, make sure you join me over on Kick. Kick.com/Agostino Zinger. I'm on there. Make sure you join. I probably might do a little half an hour extra on there, actually. So if you want to have a little extra bonus half an hour, make sure you follow me on the fucking Kick. Kick.com/Agostino Zinger. Link in the description. Link in the description down below under this video. You'll find my Kick link. Follow the channel. I might go in for an extra 30 minutes only on the Kick channel. So make sure you join me. Let's go for now, though. Chin vlog reaction. Let's fucking go.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to go camping. A place that I don't go to often that you probably never heard of called Lake Achuma. So yeah, I'm obviously kidding, but we're going to Lake Achuma. And I'm waiting for my friend to come in to park in the garage, and we're going to be out. Oh my God, look at this beautiful vehicle right here. Woo!
Sorry, what's that? Lexus?
2000? Oh my God, if you have to with this beauty. Yeah, 2000 Honda Accord, brand new rims, new tires. I mean, this thing goes for about what? $3,000? $4,000? $500? And this is what it looks like, a Prius with two campers. Stuffed, but it will make...
Jesus Christ. Surely there's too much stuff in your camper, innit? Surely there's too much stuff in that car. Surely there's too much. Surely. But we know Chin. There's never enough. Never enough gear you can bring with you on a campsite. Never enough gear you can bring with you on a campsite or when you go out fishing. Never enough.
Make it work. Bam. Here we are, site 427.
I knew he'd do that. I knew he'd do that. I knew his tism would kick in. You have to show us the sign where it says site 427. Don't worry, brother. We believe you. Don't worry. We believe you.
We got camp all set up. There's Eric's tent. It's like you can probably have a dog or two fit in there. And there's mine. So you can have a whole family fit in there.
Fucking no.
And there's our site. There's our neighbor. It's not too close. Yeah, it's not that close, so it's pretty cool. And plus they have like tree stand, or what do you call those? Stumps? That blocks us from them. No, tree stumps.
Why does Chin Boy have his tent so far away from Chin? Why does Chin Boy have his tent so far away from Chin? That's what I want to know.
And this is our other neighbor. This is actually kind of close. So I'm going to probably park my car a little bit further in around that. So we have some privacy. All right. And the lake is just...
Privacy on a campsite. You get privacy in your tent, not on the campsite. Like, just fucking hell.
It's right there. Easy walking distance. Excuse me. I'm from Architectural Digest. Yeah. Can we?
Yeah, come on in.
Let's see here. What do we have going on? Oh, this is really beautiful.
We have a little hallway coming down right here.
Yeah.
Make sure you're comfortable, so you won't hurt your knees. And then over here, we got my sleeping quarters. Nice.
I don't want to say nothing because people always say I'm too mean. I don't want to say nothing, man. Motherfuckers always say I'm too mean on these videos, so I'm just gonna let it play, man. I don't know. I'm not saying I'm not. What the fuck, man? I've never heard Chin in recent vlogs sound so excited. He sounds like he's having a blast, man. I've never heard him be so happy, sound so giddy, sound so elated, sound so ecstatic. Like he sounds like he's like electricity's coursing through his fucking veins, you know? He's loving today. He's loving it.
Nice inflatable bed.
Love it. Love the colors.
And over here, I've got the bedroom.
Yo, big up, Jordan Ray.
Big up, pause.
Appreciate
Another
it.
year of fire emoji. Streams getting me through work.
Oh yeah, hell yeah. Big up Jordan Ray, brother. Appreciate you for the super chat. You're a legend. Thank you so much. As much as I help you guys get through work in your days, you guys help me get through my inner monologue, my psychotic inner monologue. Because if I didn't have this stream, all this stuff I'm saying into a microphone, guess what? I'd be saying it in my head.
My clothing cabinets and shelves for storage.
Absolutely gorgeous.
Over here we have more of like a little kitchenette going on.
Yep.
So over here we have coffee.
Oh, new editing skills there. Chin's got new editing skills there. New editing, new cuts, new transitions. Look at that. New transition.
Yep.
So over here we have
coffee. You see that? Oh, new transitions. Let's go. Big up Robert Miller. Big up Robert Miller. No comment, but I appreciate you, brother. Thank you for the super chat. Robert Miller. Thank you for the super chat. You're a fucking legend. Appreciate you greatly.
Boil water in the morning. Make some instant coffee.
That's the Vietnamese kind, right?
Yes it is.
G7.
Got my mug. Got my nose.
Oh, another new transition. Yo, he's going crazy with the transitions. Chin going crazy with the transitions. Look at that.
Yes it is.
G7.
Oh.
What's underneath that table of yours? I see some supplies.
Oh yeah, this is the toiletry stuff. So my toilet.
Oh, look at that one. Wow. Look at that one.
What's underneath that table of yours?
Frame hype.
Supplies.
Oh yeah, this is the toiletry stuff. So my toiletry bag.
There it is.
Toilet paper.
Toiletries, toilet paper.
You gotta go Charmin, man. Can't use the
only the best.
Can't use the public stuff.
Yeah.
And then I've got my bath towel.
Okay. Well, I think there's a lot more to show, but we don't have enough time today.
Yeah.
What is that?
Oh, I got these like nice modern lanterns.
Okay.
For the room.
Beautiful. Thank you so much for letting us get into your little space here.
Yeah. Now get out.
Okay.
One thing Chin's gonna always do is wear some short shorts. Chin got those tattoos and he's gonna let you see them every single fucking day. One thing Chin's never gonna do is wear some trousers. He finna wear those short shorts and you finna see those legs.
We're just about to have dinner and I just want to say how much I love this light. It's a Goal Zero.
Jesus Christ, bro. Look how big it is. Holy shit, that's a lamppost. That's a fucking lamppost, bro. That's a floodlight. That's a fucking floodlight in a basketball court. What the fuck?
It's hard to see, but it's a Goal Zero.
Yeah, it's hard to see because it's fucking bright.
This is the #1 thing that I think is the best camping light I've ever had in my life. But it's a Goal Zero.
What's that? Goal Zero telescopic area light. Let's see how much that costs. Chin loves to spend money, bro. Goal Zero telescopic light. 110. Okay, not too shabby. 110. Oh, is it 110 or am I bugging? Let me see if I can find it. Goal Zero skylight. Damn. Oh, it's not available to purchase. There we go. Is that it? Goal Zero. Oh, okay. Damn. 300. 300. God damn, bro. You're going fish anyway. Look, whatever helps him have a good time, I guess is good. But Jesus Christ, brother. Okay. I guess you have to have the $300 fucking lamppost light. Fair enough, man. Whatever floats your boat.
Bro, this is the #1 thing that I think is the best camping light I've ever had in my life.
Smoked. Old fashioned.
Oh, by the way, I'm curious to see. I'm curious because we always watch these, right? I'm curious. Is Chin gonna make anything to eat? Usually Chin's friends never let him cook because he's awful at cooking. I wonder, will Chin have a dish to cook here, or with his friend, his BF, whatever, will he cook everything? I'm curious.
There you go. Wow. Is that wood chips or
Yeah, it's just wood chips.
I know the music sounds loud here, but it wasn't. I was filming next to the speakers. It's still loud, you fucking fuck. Like, god damn it, Chin. I know the music sounds loud, but it's not. I'm just really next to the speakers. Well, maybe move the speakers away, innit? but big up his friend though. He's making some good cocktails, some nice thing. I wonder what Chin's gonna make. What's Chin's contribution to the camping gonna be? What's Chin's contribution to the little camping cook gonna be? I wonder.
Can you imagine me getting copyright by this song? It would suck.
Try it out, man. Let's go.
Give it a shot. You go first. Cheers.
Cheers, man.
Yo, that light is so obnoxious, isn't it? That light, you can see that light from like a mile away. Look at the range. It's a really good light, by the way. Look at the range. That light is so obnoxiously bright. It's too much, no? That's a literal floodlight. I swear to God. Look at the range. Look at the range. Wow. Fucking hell. If you're next to him if you're next to them in the other camp, you must be so pissed off, man. You're gonna get no sleep.
Hints of oak, apple. Oh man, it's like an eruption in my mouth.
Eruption?
Oh.
Try it out right now. Smells very.
Okay. This camping trip was a couple months before. So he's got all these vlogs he doesn't upload. Okay, I thought he's on recent vlogs. So this was before he moved to Texas. Okay, cool. Well, that explains it then. He's still depressed, I guess.
Smoky. Yeah. Dude.
He's saying this was before he moved to Texas. That's why he's drinking alcohol, because I guess now the new Chin is he doesn't drink alcohol because he's got all those health problems and shit. And people in his comments keep telling him to stop drinking, so he hates people telling him to stop drinking. So he's telling you, hey, don't worry, this wasn't when I moved to Texas. This was before. Okay, whatever you say, bro.
It's not like I thought it was. It's awesome. I love that taste. Yeah, it's awesome.
That tastes of his dick in your mouth as well, wouldn't you? How many lights do these guys need? Like, this is proper, like, this is strong dork energy, innit? He's got that fucking $300 lamppost, right? This guy's got LEDs on his head. Like, how many lights do you need, man? How many sources of light do these guys need? How many LEDs do these guys need? He's got a fucking LED head fucking strap. I'm sure Chin's got one. The fucking lamppost. The phones have LEDs. Like, fucking hell. Your cars have fucking headlights. Like, how much more lighting do you need? Fucking hell.
So cold.
I swear I'd be happy sitting here with a buddy or not, with a little fucking table light or something. Or just your phones pointed upwards. Wouldn't be too big, you know what I mean? That wouldn't be a big deal. He has to have the fucking lampposts on the, like, Jesus Christ. Maybe he's afraid of the dark.
Oh my goodness. Oh, I just can't. We just can't.
Yeah, now you want to be on. Yeah. two different styles of Korean pancake. This one.
I don't think Chin made any, by the way. I don't think Chin made any of these Korean pancakes. I think that guy made everything here. Or maybe they bought it, but so far I've not seen Chin cook anything.
Delicious. The second type of Korean pancake, which I don't know the actual name of, but I will write it down in the lower thirds. But Eric is freezing right now. He's from Vietnam, huh? Vietnam. Very, he's struggling very hard right now.
Oh, one second. I gotta quickly edit the fucking title on my thing on Kick. Appreciate you. Sorry about that. I didn't fucking do this. I'm sorry for the little interruption. Bear with me. Do it in 2 seconds. I gotta quickly edit the title. I didn't edit the title. Whoopsie. Appreciate you. Bear with me 1 second if you don't mind. What was I gonna do? Where is it? There it is. Boom. Okay, boom. There you go. Boom. Channel. Okay, cool. We're back. We are back. Big up everybody tuning in, by the way. Like the stream if you're here. Like the stream if you're enjoying what you see. Like the stream just for the vibes. Like the stream. Likey.
Let me enjoy my Vietnam music.
Next, Phil.
Okay, this is not even a joke.
What?
I woke up, saw my trunk open. Before I show you what's in the trunk, you see all these paw prints? They're from raccoons. Saw the trunk open, saw some meat left over, or just that fell out from my cooler, and then I look into my back seat. We're supposed to have some banh mi sandwiches for lunch today, and they're all.
I can't tell you how much we were craving the banh mi sandwiches for lunch. The raccoons absolutely. Jeez, of course. So hold on. Are you telling me they had banh mi sandwiches just sitting on the back seat of their car like that? Number one, who puts sandwiches like on the back seat of their car? Just like, is that a place where you put sandwiches, or do you put them in a bag and they take them? Like, why did
destroyed? Raccoons got into my car somehow. Is it possible that they can open the trunk? How the hell is that possible? Good. And then,
by the way, look at that screenshot. Look at that screenshot he showed. He didn't comment on it. Look at the screenshot. Yes, raccoons can absolutely get in your car, especially if it's unlocked. Especially if it's unlocked, you idiot. Oh my God, Chin. Jesus Christ.
How is that possible? Good. And then, I already showed Eric this, but the zipper was pulled to this extent in my cooler that was inside the trunk, and then they freaking took meat out too. You can see the pork strip right there.
The raccoon stole all our expensive Korean barbecue meat. Oh my God. Oh my God. Absolute amateur hour. Surely you'd think the amount of times he goes to fish and stuff, the amount of times he's had close shaves, because I'm sure we've done a couple of other vlogs where he's had some close shaves with some raccoons and shit. You think he'd be a little bit more like on point, innit? Lock the doors, make sure everything is in one, whatever you need to do. Just lock the doors in the car. If you're going to keep your sandwiches in the fucking back seat, just lock the fucking doors. Keep the things out of sight so the raccoons don't see them and shit. It's not that hard. Fucking hell, this guy.
What the heck? Oh my gosh. It's annoying, but it's also like incredibly impressive. Fuck. Upon further investigation, I'm looking at the bumper here. Look at all these marks. It is insane. So I'm guessing these sons and mothers were all like climbing up and they were just like touching, and one of them was able to do that. And then they freaking opened the trunk.
Yeah, because it wasn't locked, you idiot.
Holy mother.
Why is he so so impressed about this? That this actually makes you look like a fucking redact. Just if you would have locked it, wouldn't they be able to open it? You know what I mean? Like, why is he literally coming in his pants about the raccoon stealing his food?
Car too, like you see all their paw prints. It's day 2. I haven't recorded much, but right now we have carne asada, lapping on the grill.
No Korean barbecue. Those banh mi sandwiches. Oh, that's gonna hurt, man. That's gonna hurt. You're probably a little bit hungover the next day after the little cocktails, staying up late with your buddy, you know, fucking sword fighting a little bit, you know, kissing each other, all that shit. And then you want to fucking wake up and have a little banh mi. And then you wake up and they're all ripped and gone. You want to have a bit of Korean barbecue, they're gone. Now you have to have carne asada.
There's some oysters in there that we're gonna grill up. And then I don't know, we're gonna grill up a bunch of other stuff afterwards and enjoy.
He's so pissed. He's so depressed. He wanted that Korean barbecue. Look at the depressive music in the background as he zooms into the fucking tortilla. He didn't want a tortilla. He wanted a Korean barbecue. He didn't want this. He's so depressed. Oh, it's so good.
Carne asada tacos from Eric. Let's give it a little taste.
Eric cooking everything.
That sauce is a little spicy.
Mm-hmm. Where's Chin's dishes?
But it's damn good.
Where's Chin's dishes?
We had the carne asadas lapping on the grill, but now we got some oysters lapping on the grill.
Mm-hmm.
Want to eat this bad boy up.
Not clean anymore.
Shutty. All right, let's give this these oysters a shot. It's been sitting.
Bunch.
Yo, big up.
He had a banh mi in his trunk that night. Banh mi Chen. Banh mi. Food me hard.
Yeah, banh mi Chin. I love it. Big up as is. Banh mi Chin. Banh mi.
These oysters have been sitting in Eric's car for about a day without real ice, right? Was there ice or no?
God almighty, man. How they do this, man? How do these guys eat like this? God almighty.
It's like ice.
It's like ice. Okay, so he has something that was like ice in there. All right, let's give it a shot.
Day old oysters that have been sitting in a warm car.
There's that.
Cool.
There you go.
There you go. That's what how much you do. I'm gonna add some truff sauce on this.
Of course you are.
Because we don't have anything. Oh shit, that's too much.
A lot.
Yeah, so I'm gonna scrape off some of it. But there you go. Here you go.
Is it cooked?
So good. Yeah, try it. I'm serious, man. Just try it. What?
Freaking AI.
His friend doesn't want to eat them. It seems like. I think Chin's got them all to himself. His friend doesn't want to eat the fucking day-old oysters. Chin's got them all to himself. More for you, Chin.
How did you end up with that, dude?
I don't know. It just showed up on my feed. I was like, what the heck?
Is he gonna eat them? Okay, there he goes.
Try.
There he goes.
So that's one I took, but there's the other one that's how to open.
Oh, that's good. Oh, that's a burn.
It's too cooked down.
Yeah.
So it's up to you. You can get the other ones you want. Here's a knife. Sauce is there.
Whoa, too much.
a shot. Good. Damn.
That's really good with that truffle sauce.
Truffle sauce, yeah. Dude, I am so into oysters now. I'm like grilled.
Is that the only one?
Since the last time we had, the last few times. At your place, remember?
Is he gonna eat more? Is he gonna eat more or not?
That's when I was like, really
I think that's it. He's sitting down now.
Oh yeah, they're actually
He had one. He had one. Chin's fucking running through them, by the way. Chin's running through them. That guy had one. Oh, yeah, he had one. Oh, God. Again. Think about this, right? In my opinion, this is what camping and or fishing should be with your friend. It's a camp and cook, but they didn't really like, oh no, it's not fishing, it's a camp and cook. But this is what it should be about. Tell me, right? All that stuff in Chin's boot, all of that gear that was packed into Chin's boot, overflowing, all this unnecessary equipment, was it really necessary when the beauty of going to go camp with your friend is this? This is what it should be about. Sitting by the side of the tent, watching the fucking sunset with your boy, having a drink, listening to some tunes. Do you need all that stuff that's in the boot though to do this? I don't think so. I don't think you need all that shit that's in the car boot to do what they're doing there. You know what I mean? You don't need that much. He takes half of his house. He takes half of his house with him, and all you need is a couple camping chairs, your individual tents, and that's basically it. You know? You don't need more than that. Fucking hell, mate. Fucking hell.
Good day.
This is your part.
I do some bills.
How dare you? I don't know the
Violets are blue. I don't need one, I need 1,000,002. Mister, I'll take your own.
You want a beer?
If you put off can't take no more. Well, I know.
Oh no, fuck off. We ain't doing that shit. But yeah. A little bit of a depressing end at the end there. Maybe it means, Chin is in his fields, he's going through something. But Jesus Christ, what a fascinating little camp and cook that was. The lack of willingness or the lack of, remembering to close or lock his car doors for the little raccoons or maybe just people in general that might come and steal something in his car is crazy. I do like the observation that I made that I don't think he made a single thing for that camp and cook. His friend doesn't trust him. I love how Chin's friends do not trust him when he's cooking. I think it's a very open secret that he's a terrible cook. So I love that Chin's friends have no interest in him touching anything in there. That's fucking brilliant. What else did I enjoy in this particular show? And the closeness of which these guys have got. I wonder if this guy is one of Chin's only friends that's also single. That might be the reason why. Maybe that guy that he hanged with is probably another guy that's his same age. Because I think they're all college friends and shit. Maybe that's the only one in the group that doesn't have somebody, doesn't have a family. So, they go and hang out together sometimes and maybe do some other stuff. You never know. But yeah, man, what a crazy situation. Here we are.
Not the same since you came to my hometown. I know it's hard for you cause you left your heart back up in the pain.
Oh, look at that. Look at Bevo. Big up Bevo. Anyway, let's move on. Let's move on. I got nothing more to say about Chin, really. Nothing nice anyway, to be fair. So actually, what do these fans say? What the comments saying? Yes, Chin, didn't your last night just like that go on to okay? No fishing, much disappoint. Chinny chin chin, it's about time. Love the camping vlogs. Can't wait to see the Texas trips. This is better than T-Fat-K podcast. Hilarious. My first car, I really love your vlogs. I read the wrong. I thought this was a catch and cook. Good video, Chinster. Okay, they love him. Bro, do you wear earplugs to bed? They had to, yeah. Exactly this person. Do you wear earplugs to bed? Probably they were busy doing other things, my friend. I don't think they were wearing earplugs. I think Chin and his friends were busy doing other stuff. They had to have been making so much noise. Maybe you had a few more cocktails than you were showing. Love you, man. That's just hilarious. Exactly. Chin's acting like raccoons are rats. Even rats you would hear. Chin's acting like raccoons. They also called tree logs and tree stumps. They have thumbs. Oh, that's fucking brilliant. That's fucking brilliant. Oh, anyway, big up Chinster. Big up Chinster. So, moving on. More Chin. Latest episode of Chin on the After Hour pod. Let's hear what Chin. I haven't watched this yet, but I'm trying to see if there's going to be any fun Chin segments. I've not watched this yet myself, but let's see what one. This is Mark drugged himself After Hour pod 66. Let's see what's going on with these guys.
You know, I poured in, drank the whole thing. I'm like, this is so good. Best drink I've ever had. And I'm like, I'm so relaxed right now. Oh, God, I love being relaxed.
We're a producer, and the producer's sitting there, and then the other people here. We are the producers. We're the producers and the people who are talking to the microphones. So we got to
talent.
We got to do stuff. I wouldn't call us talent, but did you?
Is the film or is the camera quality better on this pod than it is on T-Fat-K and fucking Golden Hour? Or am I bugging? Why do I feel like the camera quality is better on here than T-Fat-K and fucking the Golden Hour?
I would.
I did.
And then did you wink?
Yeah.
Dude, I love the confidence oozing out of you. Look at the button up the guy's wearing.
This is free poncho clothes from last year.
Wow.
I love this fucking shirt. Western style buttons.
Is it stretchy?
No.
I wonder. Oh, so check out this out. Two things. One, I wonder if you're going to get any free clothes this year from Santa from the shows.
Doesn't look like it.
Doesn't look like it. Okay, that's sad. Number one, closing the loop on that. Very sad. Number two, I found a clothing company for short guys.
What's it called?
Abbreviated.
I like it. I like that.
Isn't that kind of cute?
Yeah.
Guys, I can't hear you at all.
What they're doing there.
You guys
I might
hear
get
me.
in on it.
I was trying to think of more, but I think they nailed it with abbreviated. I was trying to think of more titles for short, because they got big and tall.
Right.
Everybody knows big and tall.
Big and tall. They got little and small.
But it's so demeaning. I like abbreviated.
Well,
ew! Look at that face.
Little and small.
Look at that face, mate. God damn. Big up Nick. Big up Nick, mate. Where the ladies at? Where the fucking ladies at? Where the fucking ladies at? Look at that grill. Yo. Big up Nickster. Big up pretty boy Nickster.
But it's so demeaning. I like abbreviated.
Well, big and tall. I mean, big. I guess, yeah, those are both good things. Unless you're a big fat guy.
Have you ever tried just wearing big boys' clothes?
I have.
Does it work?
No.
Too tight?
Just barely out of the range?
Yeah, it's because I got a dump truck back there.
Yeah.
If I was like little and skinny, then I could get away with like a boy's XX, I'm guessing.
Or if they had a children with Down syndrome clothing.
Oh
That's
my
what
God.
I need. No, I mean
They have big butts.
That's what I need.
They can't lie.
The DS booty is those other brothers can't deny.
No, they can't.
The DS booty is.
This is an incredible topic, isn't it? This is an incredible topic.
Theo's talked about for decades.
Sure.
Riveting
So,
stuff.
I found you, DS booty.
Walmart, clean it up. That's a little too far.
come
I
on,
just wanted to
Mark.
mention it.
Yeah, what the hell? What I've done in the past is either like Uniqlo will do alterations online, Lululemon will do alterations online. But other than that, I have to take my pants and go to like a tailor and be like,
You're saying before they ship it to you?
Take a couple.
That's convenient.
Take a couple inches off of these bitches. Like with my Dickies, I got to go to fucking Alterations, Woodland Hills.
You got the same guy every time?
It's a lady. She's lovely. Very nice lady. But so abbreviated, I might. What's going on?
No, he can't hear us at all.
I'll switch it back and he could just deal with the the stuff.
But I think we could keep talking through it.
Yeah, it's fine.
As he switches.
Okay, cool. So yeah, to my point in the beginning, we are producing as we're also talking into the stuff. So we got to make it so Chin can hear us nice, so we could hear Chin nice. So all that to say, we're fucking pissed. Okay, Mark's pissed.
No.
Nick's steaming red, piping hot mad.
I'm fine. I have good news and bad news.
And they're both the same. You're fired.
No, I'm not. I hope. No, good news, bad news. What do we want first? What do we want first?
I can hear you for a second.
Bad news.
Can you hear me now, Chin?
I can hear you now.
All right, cool. I think you're just gonna have to deal with hearing Mark through my mic.
Okay.
And I'm gonna
We'll
have to
give it a
deal with
shot.
your jet engine.
Yeah.
Is that just the AC there?
I think
No, everything's off right now.
Jet engine.
It's,
They call the air conditioner a jet engine. I love it. That air conditioner must be loud, man. Chin does well to keep that noise off the mics, right? With his noise gates and whatever else it may be. But in person, it must be loud. It must be so loud.
Fan in his
Background
computer.
Fans are off. Yeah, the fans are off. It's crystal clear right now.
Oh,
Yeah.
wow. Good news, bad news. Let's start with the bad news.
Bad news, guys. We're indefinitely pausing the Patreon. Mark's got new gigs. We're all trying to pick up new work. It's the holiday time. It's been hard to get him out. There's one guy who's absolutely furious in the comments about us not having a Patreon episode 2 out of the last 3 weeks, and we apologize.
There's 4 of them. There's 4 of them, and they couldn't manage it. There's fucking 4 of them. There's 4. No, actually, it's 5, including the black guy. There's 5 of them on this show, and they couldn't manage an extra 30 minutes or whatever for the Patreon. Oh my god, this is fucking brilliant. This is brilliant. But it is kind of sad though. It is also sad. They sound like they have to get, so they all get extra jobs. So I guess the thick boy checks aren't as plentiful. Nick said they're all trying to pick up extra work. I wonder, is Brendan cutting back on the money? Is Brendan cutting back on the fucking freelancers?
We're gonna pause all payments. We don't have a date where we're gonna come back. We probably won't come back to the Patreon. Maybe one day I take it over and I'll start offering you content though. So don't leave the Patreon, but you won't be charged. We're shutting it down and we're gonna put 100% effort into the free episodes and doing more content, like going and playing golf. I believe finally on Friday. I think we still got that. in the bag.
I think we booked the tea time. There's no backing out now.
Yeah, well, once you book it, you can't back out now, like he just said.
I'm fucking stoked for that. I got to get to a driving range.
Nah, show up cold.
Interesting revelation, that. Interesting. I don't know if you read too much into it. Obviously, patrons are hard. I've struggled to fucking upload mine all the time. I think it'd be easier if there's more of you. I think I'm one person. I also work and stuff, so it's just, hard to balance the time and get it done. But it's not, you just set aside some time to get it done. There's 5 of them. They can't record like a little half an hour, 45-minute show one time a week. It's not that difficult if there's more of them, But maybe they are really busy. But the fact that they have to all pick up extra work is a really interesting part for me. In days gone by, they were all just about Theo and Brendan. There was no extra work. So the fact that they're picking up extra work must mean that Brendan is probably slowing down with the amount of freelancers he has on his book, which makes sense, to be honest, isn't it? He's probably trying to streamline everything, save some money, which is funny because, he blows all his money on trucks and stuff, but doesn't have enough money to pay for extra work and shit. I found that interesting, but yeah.
So we really appreciate all those Patreon supporters, 107 people. I'm going to list them off all right now. No, I'm just kidding. But we appreciate it. And keep showing up in the comments and stuff on the regular episodes. We need you. We need you.
Yeah, no, we had a good run on Patreon. It's just like, to just go on back on that, it's just a lot of work.
Yeah.
We have to do...
I love these guys, man. I love these guys, man. I love these guys. I love these guys. They also work shy, innit? Doesn't matter if it's the producers, doesn't matter if it's the talent in Brendan and stuff. They all so work shy. I don't think any of them have really a real understanding of what work actually is, you know? I don't think they have a real understanding of which, you know, is a privilege and a gift and whatever blessing they were given. Congratulations. But I wonder, like, when they say stuff like that, it's really though? Is it that difficult, really? Is it? Compared to, like, what actual work is? Compared to what actual drudgery is like? Really, though?
4 episodes a week, or a month, just for YouTube, which we like to do. We like to do those. But then you add the extra, like, 4 for Patreon. That's 8 episodes a month.
I also like to do those episodes, but it does suck when 100 people are seeing them, even though we appreciate you guys
Also, we noticed that we just, at hour 2, we start to get loopy, and we're like, and it's no offense to the...
Hold on. Are they complaining that they only have 100 paid Patreons? Are they complaining that they have only 107 paid? That's a lot of people. 107 is a lot of people. That's not a tiny amount. Depending on what they charge, right? That, I don't know, 400, 500 pounds, $500 or something like that. Depending on what they charge, if it's $4.99, whatever, that's a decent amount that you're getting. So I don't know, give them the fucking video, innit? Like, so he's annoyed that only 100 people watch the video, but you've only got 100 people on your Patreon. What more people do you want? So what do they like the views on YouTube numbers more than they like to service the people paying for the fucking content on Patreon? That makes no sense. You're meant to do them in tandem. You're meant to do some videos on YouTube, and if people want to pay for your Patreon, you're meant to give them what they paid for. What the fuck is this about? Like this is a strange, I don't know, maybe I'm misunderstanding what he's saying, but it almost sounds like they get discouraged by the Patreon views because the YouTube views are higher. Yeah, of course, because YouTube is free. Like, what do you expect? Strange.
The Patreon subscribers, but it's like, we start to get loopy. We start liking the content that's coming out. We're like, we might as well just go long on YouTube. YouTube episode, get loopy, and just put it out on YouTube.
Yeah.
So it's like, we just don't want the effort to be wasted. We want it to see other eyeballs and grow the audience and stuff like that. And then if we continue to grow and if we make a little bit of money and we can afford to bring someone on to assist us, stuff like that, like
assistance. Come on, brothers. You need so the producers and the assistants need assistance for their podcast. Are you for real? Are you for fucking real? You're all assistants in a way. You all, by default, your job descriptions, you're kind of producer assistants anyway. Assist your pod. Assist your own pod. What the fuck is going on here? I'm so confused. They need help with the Patreon. Come on, bro. Come on. Fucking hell.
we can revisit it down the road.
Yeah, I think if we get to average 10,000 per episode, we bring her back.
Oh, on the YouTube, you mean?
Yeah.
Yeah, that'd be tremendous.
Yeah.
So that's the sad news. But good news, we've got a new sponsor.
We do?
It's really affiliate, but whatever. Splitting hairs. Beefcake Jerky. You guys may have remembered when we tried their new venison sticks.
Yes.
Their newest offering, Beefcake Jerky.
Yeah, you guys seem to have a different relationship when it comes to ads. Don't get me wrong, this is not something that I'm probably, no one's beating down my door for them anyway. But one thing I can guarantee I'm never going to be doing is ads. Like, but I feel like it's a very American thing. Americans don't seem to really care about, like, shilling. Like, okay, anyway, so this is a fucking, it's like, what? What the fuck is this? Why are you showing me beef jerky? Like, what? What the fuck is going on here? But get your money how you get your money. But yeah, that's one thing I don't believe in at all. I think, let the viewers view, get it that way. But this whole like, you know, insert fucking, oh yeah, this is sponsored by Evian. It's like, what? Strange. But yeah, but big up them anyway for getting a sponsor in the first place. But very, very odd. Cutting off, like, how much did they? It's probably gone now, their Patreon. But are they really ending a Patreon because they can't be bothered to do an extra half an hour an episode? Like, really? So you can't join for free. See membership options. Okay, cool. There we go. Boom, boom, boom. Sold out. I don't know. So it's actually $6. It's actually $6, right? So they've sold out of the $1 ones, right? Let's do $6 times 107. That's $640 that they don't want anymore. An extra $641, right? They were getting per month, let's say, that they don't want anymore. They don't want that extra 6,000 anymore. Or 600, sorry. They don't want that extra 600. It's too much work. It's too much work. It's too much work. Brother, fucking hell. These guys, man. God damn. But I do kind of like it, though. I do appreciate it. I do kind of like it. I do like that the laziness that we see from the main podcast talent, the ones who are on Golden Hour, Tiger, whatever, Defying the Kid, blah, blah, blah. I do kind of like that even the producers are the same type of lazy, you know? I'm not going to lie. I quite like that. I quite like that there's like a carry on with the laziness, like, you know? That's it, trickle down. There we go. There we go, user. It's like a trickle down of laziness. Like, shit, it's too much work. It's so funny. Oh, big up Kevin. Yeah, no, I'm good. I'm not with the ads at all. Fair enough. I appreciate you for saying that, brother. But I'm not with the ads. That's something I'm never gonna do. I'd rather just be like, what you call it? As I say, quote unquote, fan supported, viewer supported. I'm not good with the ads at all. People watch my stuff, they like it, and I get support that way, no problem. But just randomly like bringing on the fucking razor, randomly showing you some hat or something, like, leave it, allow it. Plus all the stuff they show is terrible anyway. If it's good stuff, then maybe, but the stuff is usually kind of terrible.
You corrected me. I was like, oh, beefsteak is kind of my specialty, and then you're like,
yeah,
that's venison.
Well, I knew it was like a sponsor thing. I'm like, don't say it wrong.
Yeah, and then
in my head.
And then you're like, that's venison. I'm like, yeah.
No, I know. Yeah,
glossing over.
Yeah. No, I know. Yeah. I know.
But they sent us. So there was actually a little mishap. They initially sent us 2 boxes, and one got returned here. They delivered here, but the other one they left. And then I posted the clip, and they DM'd, and they're like, "Oh, we meant to send you more." So they sent this to my house, and they said they set up an offer code. After hour 10, one word for 10% off your order. We get a little of that too, if anybody. So if you can support our show by buying beefcake jerky, and also let us know if you use it.
I just ate a bag.
Yeah, they're delicious beefcake jerky.
By the way, that's actually, I used to not be a jerk.
To be fair, I get what they mean. I get what they mean now. Basically, doing this, right? Doing fucking doing this, right? Where is it? Doing this.
Not be a jerky guy.
Delicious beefcake jerky. Let us know.
Doing this is probably way easier, innit, than doing a Patreon, innit? Let's be honest. I kind of get it. Yes, it's an affiliate. You know, you have to kind of buy this jerky in order to get any money. It's not a straight up sponsorship where they're getting paid to advertise it, but it's still an entryway. It's like a. I'm assuming you start off being an affiliate. If you do enough sales, if you get enough sales for them, they'll bring you on and actually sponsor you, whatever. But I guess doing this is easier than doing a Patreon, because all they do is send you the food or whatever, the product. You hold it up to a camera, you say some stuff, and you keep it moving. You're not recording an extra show, you know? I get why they're doing this. I get why they prefer to just hold things up. But still, it's sensational. Let's just end our Patreon that's got 107 paid members on there because we can't be bothered. We can't be bothered. I love it.
If you use it.
I just ate a bag.
Yeah, they're delicious beefcake jerky.
By the way, I used to not be a jerky guy. Full transparency, used to not be a jerky guy. But I had some. I'm a jerky guy now. And they're perfect for like bringing on the golf course. Throw it in the bag. You're a little bit hungry. You don't want to get hangry. Have some jerky and feel like a turkey.
Nice.
Yeah.
They're fuckface.
Chin, what did you just fucking drop, dude?
I know, I just dropped everything here. By the way, jerky, can I talk about jerky real quick?
Please. Thank God.
You know I love going camping and fishing. And
Yeah,
there's
tell
times
us.
when you go on the boat, or I got to climb down these pretty steep hills. You can't take a whole sandwich with you with all your fishing gear, and you need some protein. Those jerkies are the best for that kind of activities, outdoor stuff.
Shout out BCJ.
Shout out BCJ. Did the screen just start recording?
BCJ?
Yeah, it's fine. Don't worry about it because he's doing his own thing anyway.
Nice.
I've done that a couple times on my podcast, and luckily I have the screen record, but I'm just furious with myself. It's like
you could set it to automatically do it as well, I think. So I just signed up for it for this podcast. So, but yeah, he's doing his own thing anyway, so it doesn't matter.
Anyway, you get the point. We get the point. Fucking hell. Amazing, isn't it? Sensational work from these guys. Sensational work from these guys. Fucking hell, mate. Absolutely. Oh, big up Chin, man. Big up Chin and his crew. Chin saying everything is off and no fans are running as fun is running directly behind his head is the most Chin thing ever. Yeah, exactly. Literally a fan right behind his head. I'm starting to think Chin has an Austin stalker. I'm so glad Chin is back. I don't blame you for not continuing on Patreon. I'm with you no matter what. Fuck, you know, they've got actual real fans. Fair play. Nice to see the jokers. Okay. You guys are signed to Patreon was equivalent to Brendan putting out his Showtime special. Glad you guys are back on to build on YouTube channel. Bro, Chin cannot talk without his hands. Like, bro, chill. Don't gotta pantomime every word. Somebody tell Chin when you sprinkle weed onto butter and put it onto bread, it does not get you high. You cannot eat weed again. Is that what Chin said in the episode? Chin said if you sprinkle weed on butter and spread it on your bread, it makes you high. Yo, Chin is the best, man. I guarantee you Chin is putting the garbage in the wrong places. What a clueless moron. Oh, so no extra YouTube membership episodes, fresh like. Chin is the only dude that looks normal color. Other dudes look pale. Okay. But yeah, big up them, man. Big up them. We love them. Big up them. We love them. Great mind. His words always come with the last one. Chin jerky is good. Big up Kevin. Anyway, let's move on. Lush got baptized. Somebody said on the Reddit. Lush got baptized in a pool full of buzzballs. It kind of does look like that. Somebody said in a No Jumper Reddit that Lush got baptized in a pool full of buzzballs.
Nicholas, in Romans 10:9, it says that if we confess Jesus with our mouth and believe in our heart that God raised him from the dead, we shall be saved. So I want to ask you two questions. One, do you believe Jesus is the Christ, the Son of the living God?
Yes.
And do you plan to follow Jesus as your personal Lord, your Master, and your Savior, your Forgiver?
Yes.
Nicholas, based on your open and public profession of Jesus, I baptize you, my brother, in the name of the Father, and the Son, and the Holy Spirit, as you're buried with Jesus in baptism.
Yes.
Cousin, let me go.
Go!
Isn't he Jewish? Look at the little hand sign. What's that about? Isn't he Jewish? Isn't he fucking Jewish? Like what? Oh. He for sure did that for Germ, innit? He for sure did that for fucking Germ. The things we do for women, man. The things we do for fucking women. I don't know how soon after doing a line, how soon after railing a line full of meth, how soon after doing a line of meth can you get baptized? There has to be like a time, innit? You have to give yourself some time. You have to give yourself maybe 24 hours. You can't just go straight from being up for 3 days and then doing meth, can you? No? You have to kind of have to have like a little bit of a he's fucking brilliant. Oh, exactly. Look, exactly. See, look. Someone said in the comments. Someone said in the No Jumper Reddit. Look, he gonna celebrate getting baptized by smoking an 8-ball, baptizing coke smoke. Niggas do anything to get some pee. Amen, fool. Lush. Man, getting baptized is pointless if you don't change the way you living. Exactly. Hope they change the water before the next person. Atheist 22 somewhere like God isn't real, Lush. Jews get baptized. Yeah. W Lush, him and Compa on the sick one last night. Compa came up with the idea. What? Really? Him and Compa were on a sick one last night. Compa, exactly. Is that true? Him and Comparada. LOL, coked out Compa at the end ruined the vibe. Oh, I love it. I fucking love it. There's more clips here. There's Lush in church. Look at the difference. Look at the difference, bro. Look at the range. Look at the range, bro. Look at the range. Look at the range. Look at the range. Look at the range of Lush. Look at the range. Just the other week, this was Lush. Just the other week, this was him.
People started saying it. And then the whole community started saying, once you Narcan your 10th junkie, you feel me, your 10th zombie and bring him back to life. Once you do your 3rd food drive, you feel me, once you really feeding the streets and touching the community and blessing people, once you give out, 100 shots of New Amsterdam multiple times, you feel me, just like, because you feeling good, everybody gonna be like, yeah, that's that boy. Don't touch ours. Yeah. So you can't with me in MacArthur Park in the section. Like, hey, no.
The crackers know my name. The crackers in MacArthur Park know my fucking name.
Nobody done or said what the I've said or talked about what the I'm talking about. Hey, nobody rapped about. I started saying it. Ain't nobody tell me I couldn't.
Look at the range. He went from that all the way to this just the other day. Look at the range. Wow, he's so skinny now, isn't he? What the fuck is it? Is that Ozempic? Lush is so fucking skinny now. Jesus Christ. God damn, is that Ozempic? For sure, Compa got a little something in his pocket. For sure, Compa got a little cheeky 8-ball or something in his pockets, in these cargo jeans. For sure, Compa got something. For sure, Compa Raider got something in those fucking cargo denim jeans. No way he hasn't. Look at the range. Look at the range.
Christ in their heart, and the Bible calls it being born again. And baptism is the time of public profession. So this is where they're publicly coming here and saying, I am a follower of Jesus Christ. I'm going to follow him for the rest of my life. And it's their public profession in Jesus. So because of that, I encourage people, you can clap, you can cheer, you can shout, you can get excited, because the Bible says whenever one sinner turns to Christ, the angels actually are rejoicing in heaven.
Man, this is so sincere. This is actually sincere in real church. But Lush is back there just looking like a... Look at Lush. Look at Lush back there looking like Sting. Look at Lush out there looking like fucking Sting. Like, this is such a sincere and proper church. But Lush is out here just desecrating it because he's thinking about the line. Lush is thinking about the bump. Lush is thinking about the pill. Lush is...
So let's rejoice with the angels. What do you say? All right? Ready? Here we go. Come on, Dad. Very exciting.
How old is Lush? Look at the way he's walking down the stairs. Is he alright? Look at the way Lush is walking down the stairs like he's fucking 100 years old.
This is Nicholas, and this is Nicholas's first.
Compa geeked out of his mind. Compa geeked. Compa is geeked, mate. Compa is for sure geeked. I don't care what anyone says. Big up Compa. Big up Blood Clot Compa. Oh my god.
Wow.
Yeah, Nick.
He came and he made a decision for Christ, and he's following Christ now in New Testament baptism. And so we're excited. Nicholas, I'm going to ask you to put your arms just like that. Nicholas, in Romans 10.
Oh, fucking
brilliant.
Nick.
He came and he made a decision for Christ. Nicholas,
Oh my god, so fucking hilarious.
Christ in their heart.
So hilarious. What's Compa saying? Did Compa get baptized or not? No, Compa didn't get baptized, just Lush. Compa didn't get baptized, only Lush. Only Lush got baptized, it seems like. Oh, this is so good.
Jesus Christ for another beautiful morning. Good morning, good morning. Thank you, Jesus Christ, for another beautiful, blessed day. Happy Sunday, everybody. Hope you guys having a blessed, beautiful day.
What's up, dog?
I feel like shining with these trash bags. I'm in my bag.
Yeah, big up Assad. Exactly. Lush, they need to get back to streaming. Honestly, those streams, they were clavicular. They were clavicular before clavicular. They were clavicular before clavicular. Remember? Like jump like midstream, going for bumps, going for lines, coming back absolutely smashed out of their heads. Repeating themselves a million times. Mad dead air. When they were yacked out them, honestly, that pod was fucking legendary. I'm gonna have to go back and watch a few of those episodes, man. What a time to be alive.
Show you how to stack red.
Lush, I bet Lush saw all the attention that Germ. Lush saw all the attention Germ was getting from the no jumper fucking fans, right? Loads of low jumper fans are simping over Germ. They know that Germ ain't fucking Lush now because he doesn't want his drug addict spirit to be inside of her. So he saw the attention she was getting and like, you know what? I need to have sex with her again. I need to be her to be mine again. So he got baptized, I think, because of Germ. I'm pretty sure.
Huh? We're getting there. Like, sure. Let me see. Let me get some.
Compa, you're at church, man. Put your phone down, bro. Like, goddamn, Compa. Compa's got no decorum, innit? Compa's got no class, no decor. He's just in church, like Instagramming stories, loads. Fucking hell.
I've got two verses I want to show you.
Yeah.
We were in John chapter 1.
They're gonna like crack pipe, innit? They're gonna be there smoking crack.
And we go to the next verse later in John chapter 8. Jesus said these words. He said, I am the light of the world. And whoever follows me.
Compa recording the service like he's watching Young Thug or something. Compa recording like he's like he's at a Kendrick show.
Will never walk in darkness.
Sheesh.
But will have the light of life. We talk about this every year. This is how we are going to. Holy is the sleep in heavenly peace. Sleep in heavenly peace. Silent night.
Oh, God, funny. I don't. Was that? I don't. Okay, I don't want to be.
Sit by myself.
Honestly, so funny, man. So fucking funny. Big up Lush though. Big up Lush. Big up Lush. Big up Lush. Big up Lush. Anyway, still, he did a damn thing.
Mexican plug for American me.
With Lush.
Christ in the
Mexican.
Confused about a lot of things, not with my faith, so I'm depending on.
Oh yeah. No jumper. Yeah, let's see this. What they say in the comments about that one? I want to see that one. Hold on, I want to see that one.
Confused about a lot of things, not with my faith, so I'm depending on your Holy Ghost to guide me the way. See, I'm a sinner in the third degree. Ain't afraid to
Hot Willer
admit this.
Media.
I see niggas.
Hot Willer Media. Let me see that. Where is that? Hot Willer Media. I want to see the comments here. In Jesus' name we pray. God bless him. This fool Lush, exactly. Good for him. Come to Jesus moment, Lush. Okay. Good stuff. Now all you gotta do is get off the damn drugs. Now all you gotta do is exactly. He coming down hard on that scanty. Yeah, now all the drugs wearing off. He regrets disrespecting all the hoods. Hope need to give him the what? Need to give that dope to Jesus too. Another one of the scanty to Jesus pipeline. What's scanty? Is scanty like slang for drugs? What's that again? Let me know in stream chat. What's scanty? Someone said that twice now. What does scanty mean? Or scant, scante, scant. What's that mean? Jesus curse warrior. Isn't it weird? A lot of people. Oh, that's meth. Okay, cool. That's meth. Scanty. Is that true? So a lot of meth addicts. Is that real? A lot of meth addicts decide to go to the Jesus route. Is that right? Let me Google that. Addict to Jesus pipeline is not a standard phrase. The addict to church pipeline is real. Okay. The corn star to Jesus pipeline that transcodes. Okay, cool. So it's true. The abuse. Okay, fair enough. I didn't know that was a thing. Jesus Christ warrior. Is it weird? A lot of people lately have been giving their lives to God, almost like God's coming real soon. Okay. Shout out to Comparator for being a real friend. No way he's giving up meth. I don't believe it. No way he's giving up meth. I don't believe it. It's crazy, bro. It's crazy. The shit motherfuckers do for pussy is wild. Shout out to Lush. There's nothing more amazing than your heart being moved by the Spirit of God. Good for him. Be at people come for what's that? So did my cousin now and dedicated? He'll be floating them in MacArthur Park Lake soon. Jesus Christ, man. The comments on Instagram. Christianity is getting too big once again. Thank you, Almighty. Amen. Lush needs this. Couldn't do it without recording it for content though. Nope, of course not. This fool is on a sick one. After he dissed the South and the North and the GDBD and the Titanic Stones. What about Jesus side? What about Jewish side? Definitely no. Okay, he forgot to post the fuck the streets post. Exactly. He dissed all the hoods in it. He got second thoughts after dissing all the hoods. Oh, I gotta love Lush, man. Mefria, that's fucking brilliant. That's fucking brilliant. Let's see what's Germ saying. Is Germ happy about it? What's she saying? Is Germ happy about this? I guess she is, right? Is Germ happy? What's she saying? Okay, she ain't post nothing about it on there, but big up Germ anyway, same way. Cool. That's it, right? Big up Lush anyway. Big up Lush. Big up Blood Clot Lush still. Big up Blood Clot Ocean. What else have we got to go here before we continue? What else we got here? Sneak this in Kendrick. Macwop asks about Turtle. Did the game sneak this Kendrick? Macwop asks Big where put Turtle Shell. Let me. Anything else I missed here? Not too sure. Let's go to No Jumper Reddit. What I miss on there. Munchie B goes off on Anne Hefe. Really? What happened here? Munchie B goes off on Anne Hefe. What happened here?
For a couple hours. He said, but I told you, I said,
why? I'm
going to post this. You told me, go ahead, you should post it. Whatever I said when I was drunk, I don't remember that shit. But for Ant to go do some content on, like, you got to be low on content, right? That's low-hanging fruit.
Okay.
And on top of that, I could have been fired your ass up a long time ago.
Uh-oh.
I be skipping. I'm like, damn, he just looking for anything, right?
Uh-oh.
Now pause right there.
Uh-oh.
A couple days ago, when I figured I'm like I'm cool off this no jumper shit anyway. I told Gangland Neem, I said the only reason why I want to turn around and jog back, like, all right, never mind, I'll fuck around. It's because Young and Hefe, I believe he's a hater.
Oh, really?
I believe he's a hater, and I think that'll satisfy him if I should. Because some niggas think they'll step up and be a star player, but they ain't got the star quality. They just don't have it. And I don't like giving niggas the satisfaction. But I'm like, morals over money, I'm out of here.
Okay.
So, however, back to where I was at.
Mm-hmm.
Now, I could have been fired this dude up, but I'm like, I'm just keeping gangster with him. You know what I'm saying? Quote unquote. Like, I ain't gonna do that. You know what I mean? I mean, he weigh whatever he weigh. He had this little bitty ass sweatsuit on. The chat calling it a bodysuit, a one piece. I don't know who pick out his clothes and who even sizes it. I'm like, damn, I could have been did some content about the one piece.
How does he know he has a one piece if he's blind? This is pretty impressive, by the way. He's dissing his clothes and his appearance, and he's blind. Big up fucking Munchie B.
Then they talking about the yo dude from Texas, about him getting his groceries ate. We come in, and he kick off that conversation. I run across some content. Somebody slow him down in slow motion. He jack his leg up. I guess he trying to ask Adam how men be getting their ass. He said and chunk his leg up in the air, gesturing. I'm like, damn, I could have been content on that. Zesty as shit. And then, okay, 607 he bounced about his chair, hop on his knees like he giving fellatio in front of this man. I could have been content on that.
Jesus Christ.
Ignored that.
Mm-hmm.
But this fool, Adam, take a picture of my pants sagging, the side of my thigh showing. He's a fucking freakazoid. That's it's not acceptable, but expected. Fucking freakazoid.
Mm-hmm.
Posted it, and he go do some and go do some fucking content on some soft porn. Kind of fat horny nigga is you?
Ooh.
I didn't even have to go. I only listened to 15 minutes of that hour. I don't know how you could talk about a nigga, somebody taking a picture of a nigga side of his ass cheek for an hour. I don't know. Ain't my style, but whatever. I don't know. Not even tweaking on Whack. Whack. He expected to be a hater. That's expected.
Mm-hmm.
But what I do know for sure.
Fucking hell. So they're beefing. And Hefe and Munchie B are beefing. Fair play. Fair play, fair play, fair fucking play. Well, every time I see Aunt Hefe anyway, he's fucking snoring and he's really funny. He sleeps and stuff and then he gets pissed off when people mention that he's sleeping. I do fucking love that. I'm not going to lie. I do really, really, really like the fact that he sleeps and then when somebody mentions that he's sleeping, he gets really pissed off. He gets really fucking annoyed. I fucking love it. I fucking love it. Big up Blood Clot and Hefe. Big up Munchie B. Hopefully, nothing goes too crazy. Hopefully, nothing fucking goes too crazy between them. And everything goes fucking right. You feel me? Hopefully, that's the case. Hopefully, that's the fucking case. What else happened? What else happened here? He went off on that. Lush got baptized. Munchie B officially quits No Jumper. Okay, there we go.
I decided just to reset, do my own thing on morals over money.
Mm-hmm.
I wasn't fired. I gave him an ultimatum. I would have had that sit down that I wanted.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't wait.
Mm-hmm.
I requested it Wednesday,
Mm-hmm.
and I hit Josh and Adam Thursday. Hey, thanks for the opportunity, but that's my last Tuesday. I'm good. You know what I'm saying? I'm straight.
Mm-hmm.
And that was that.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah, there was no way Adam was gonna meet him up because that was a setup for sure. And Adam knew there's no way Adam was gonna meet that guy up. That was a fucking setup. He was gonna get his head caved in. He was no way he was gonna meet that guy. I think he had a feeling he was gonna get hands and feet put on him. Free, no jumper taken to custody. Okay, that's not true. Is that true actually? No, that's not true, right? Okay, Lush won. Okay, cool. I'm about to say. Gotta be the craziest. Yeah, gotta be the craziest month he's ever had for sure. Who's out on the P? Quick little Sharp. Oh yeah, Sharp's out, innit? Sharp's out and about. What's that? Adam and Wack start off by clowning on Munchie B and his blindness. What happened here? What's Wack doing?
No, it's right here.
What's happening?
Watch your stubby hands.
Very funny. This is gonna be the 4 extra thing all over again.
No.
You sat with my enemies while they made fun of me. I can already hear it. Stop.
Yeah. Yo, that's,
you got me fucked up, man. Shout out to my boy Munchie. No love lost. This guy gonna be on your ass, which you do deserve.
Yo.
I don't know, man. I want to see. I don't know. Not to be offensive or anything, but I want to see Adam get his head caved in so fucking badly. Like he deserves to get rushed. If there's one person in the world that deserves to get rushed by like a room full of people, it's fucking Adam. He deserves to leave looking like Elephant Man. He needs a good beating for sure. No pause needed. He needs a fucking good dumping. Whether or not it will happen is another question. We saw that. What else is going on here? What's that? What's Tapaki? Is that Sharp? Fucking hell. Where's Sharp at? Why Sharp just like that for? Is that some sort of fucking pimp thing? Where's Sharp at? Sharp, is it Sharp 1, right? Sharp 1. What's his there we go, the Sharp 1. Where the fuck is Sharp at? Well, he's dressing like that. Yeah, Sharp with the aunties. Much love to you. Sharp with the auntie. What's that? Much love to you, Queen. It was good to see you. Remember this guy. Yeah, the curse of no. What's that? The curse, is that Page? The curse of no jumper. What the fuck's Page is that? The curse of no jumper. Can two women run a train on a man? Okay, don't know what's going on there. But big up Sharp. Where the fuck's he at? Where the fuck is Sharp at? Some pimp convention, I guess, isn't it? It's an honor to be MVP this year. The real Don Juan. Thank you for 50 years of magic and love to everyone that showed up. Interesting. Human trafficking finest. Who won Human Trafficker of the Year? Who won? I'll take my do-rag off here. Jesus Christ. Who won Human Trafficker of the Year? It's crazy. 50th basket player pool from the coast. Your 50th player MVP. Church in Glazia, exactly. El Church. Cool, there you go. Fucking hell. What a sensational outfit, though. Sensational outfit. The shoes, the pants, the belt, the hat, the fur coat. Fucking hell. Sharp is one of a kind, man. Sharp is one of a kind. Truly, truly one of a kind. Because what the fuck is going on there? Truly, truly one of a kind. Ooh. Okay. Without the jacket, of course. This is like, yeah. This stylist needs to stay. Mexican drip is fire. I like it. I like it. I like it. Okay, people are loving it. People are fucking loving it. Big up Sharp. Big up Blood Clot Sharp. You love to see it. Big up Blood Clot Sharp. You love. Is that a new interview? What's that one from? Okay, cool. Big up. What's that? Sir? Inside the mind of a stamped pimp. What's this about?
It seems like everybody goes through the same thing. We're just different labels. It's just happening in a different way, but the ground base is still the same. I can have money troubles, you can have money troubles. I can have bitch problems, you can have bitch problems. She can have man problems, she can have man problems. It's the same thing. The hoe can have a man problem. She can have it. Like, it's the same shit. It doesn't change. It's not anything different. We all put on the clothes the same damn way. Just some over there, no man, shit's getting switched in some relationships. The man's putting on the skirt and the woman's putting on the pants, but I mean, that's neither here nor there. You know what I mean? At the end of it all, it's still the same damn thing. We're just all just different.
Who the fuck's that guy?
It's just different ways of life. That's all it is. I think I didn't get in this for a fashion statement, bruh, or a style. You know what I'm saying? I got in this because I was broke. Couldn't sell drugs because crack was dying when I was coming up. I smoked weed, so I couldn't sell that. That was dumb. I'd be owing niggas money and having niggas want to come fire me up. You know what I'm saying? Shit. There was one day I'm like, well, fuck. I've always had bitches around me. You know what I'm saying? Bro, I was 14, 15 years old turning out, bro. Yeah. Well, the first bitch I ever fucked with was like 26, 27. It seems like everybody goes through the same.
I love Lush. I love pimp wisdom. You
need a paper towel or something, bro. It's fucking hot in here, homie. Y'all are killing me with no AC. Yes, I'm talking about it. You can't have everybody up in here hot because you're going to have girls up in here, man. They're going to have their makeup on shit. They're going to be melting their faces off you trying to sit there. They're going to be like, man, fuck this shit. What the fuck? You got all this fucking money. Matter of fact, can I get my payment, bro? Yeah, like, man, I need my dough, man, before we even continue. Throw some, no, I like mine handed to me. I don't like mine thrown. Yeah, I don't like mine thrown. Yeah, God, I feel like it's a little light. Somebody, I feel like it's a little light. This is cool. Hold on. Yeah, hold on. Let's get it right. All right, now we talking.
All right, now we get to ask the questions that everybody wants to know.
Yeah, now we talking. Appreciate you, gang. What's it supposed to demasculate me? No. You got me a pink bandana? You know I learned that type of shit, right? What's that? Going to jail? You ever notice that? You know, I remember one time I never knew about
I don't know what the fuck's going on. I really don't.
Appreciate this too, man. For real, man. Shit. 50. I think I deserve it, man. You know what I'm saying? You need a paper.
50K. They paid him 50K. Really? Okay. Fair play. He got 50K. He got 50K for that. Really? No way y'all just paid him 50 bands to talk to somebody. Those not blues. They gave him 10. That's 10 grand. Shit. Okay, fair play.
Yeah, I don't think people understand the magnitude, homie. When you ever heard the terminology when they say pimping ain't easy, take it for what it was.
Look, bro, I got pimp friends and I could never
No, you don't.
Why you say that?
I don't think you got pimp friends.
You don't think so?
Why am I the first one here? You should have had your friends here first.
I mean, Mally Mall, I know him.
Molly Mall?
Yeah.
His name ain't Mally Mall. His name's Molly Mall.
Okay.
And I know of Molly Mall.
No?
No.
Okay. Why not?
Not stamped.
So what makes you
I know how you niggas stamp them. I know how y'all stamp them.
Let's hear it.
Jewelry, houses, and chimpanzees, huh, man? You know what I'm saying?
His teeth are mad yellow, isn't it?
Nigga got, man, I know how it goes. Like, for real. Nigga know how that boy was rich. He was already on. You know what I'm saying? He does music.
What stamps you?
What, not jewelry, cars, and clothes? Being cross country. Really had been down. Yeah, I don't think people understand the math.
Oh, fucking brilliant. Fucking brilliant. You can't go wrong with Lush, can you? Well, Sharp anyway, not Lush, Sharp. You can't go wrong when it comes to Sharpie. You can't go wrong when it comes to Sharpie. Big up Blood Clot Sharp. I was like, this is way to pay a lady back, exactly. Ay, 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 ay. Oh, bear me a second on here. Cool. What are you guys saying? Co-host is Riff Raff, yep. This is way to pay for ladies right now. This is a blue at the bottom. Okay. There was a blue at the bottom. Okay, yeah, but fair enough. Either way, he got paid some money. That was a lot of money there he got paid. So congrats to him, man. Congrats to him for getting the money. Congrats to him for getting to the money. That's the most important thing. You get me? So big up Sharp. Macwop says NJ.
Shot.
Macwop says no jumpers at the bottom of the barrel.
At the Apollo. I was gonna come in here and gas them up, but I'm like, it's already they having a tough time over there already. Like Munchie B getting kicked in his ass by Adam. Lush, he shout out Lush. He smoked crack. He stay by MacArthur Park. And Adam is Adam. He a dirty white. So it's like I ain't even. Yeah, I'm saying, like, at this point, I'm just like, yo, like, the bottom of the barrel. That's why, like, shout out Adam, too, though. I like how he be violating them niggas up there. So shout out, bro. I like how Adam be doing y'all over there, man. Kicking y'all in the ass, telling y'all to shut up. Oh, my God. I was going to come in here and gas y'all, but... No Jumper is having a hard time over there, and Flacco ain't showing up. Oh Lord, I ain't even gonna waste my time on them. They not getting no Netflix deals, none of that. I ain't even about to even do nothing go at these people over.
Imagine if no Jumper got on Netflix still. Never happening, but imagine if Adam 22 got on Netflix still. He'd be insufferable. He'd be insufferable. But that's never happening, to be honest, isn't it? They don't have it. It's not gonna happen. But yeah, maybe in the past when they were an actual proper, platform and stuff, and they took their shit seriously. But nowadays, no way.
There, because I ain't seeing them in the mix with the 200 million deals. Like, shout out Adam violating y'all. Yeah, I kicked you in your ass, nigga. Oh, word. I mess with Adam. He be violating his employees, man. Can't make this up, bro. Like. He gonna always violate Lush. He know Lush ain't got nothing else going on.
Exactly.
Like, he already like when you violate a nigga, then they crawl back and kiss the ring again. Like after you got violated the first time, he like, are you bottom of the barrel? I could do you however.
That's very true. Very, 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 very true. Big up, Macwop. Anything else in here? Fuck him, Goofy. What's this him in? Nothing else going on there. Cool. Okie dokie. Let's do a little bit of Ghost Gum. I'm gonna do probably 10 minutes of this, and I'm probably gonna bounce. So let's do a little bit of this. Called Depressing Downfall of Joe Rogan, courtesy of Ghost Gum. Big up Ghost Gum.
In the comedy mecca of Austin, Texas, Prophet Joe Rogan has created his own Kaaba, the comedy mothership, casting out all other Austin comedians to different cities and converting all remaining to the monotheistic religion of stand-up with Joe Rogan as its prophet.
Cheeseburgers.
Those seeking to gain his approval and become loyal followers make the pilgrimage from all across the country to bask in its free speech glory. They sing his praises, tell him of his greatness, and jump at the chance to join his inner circle, not caring if they make fools of themselves. All are desperately following for the slim chance they make it to the ever-elusive Joe Rogan podcast. And if they're really lucky, the comedy mothership green room.
He took it to the point where you can't get in there unless you got a code. There's no just walking in. You're not going to walk in.
But what if I told you that all of this was a castle built on sand, and with each passing day, the cracks begin to show in the foundation? There are two essential tenets that went into the building of this comedy empire, and both are beginning to fall. The first one, of course, being stand-up comedy. Naturally, you can't have a comedy club without stand-up comedy. Joe Rogan, the prophet of comedy, has described stand-up comedy as his ultimate passion, so let's dig into that. For somebody like myself, I am very skeptical of stand-up comedy, which is weird because I remember I used to love stand-up comedy, but as I make these videos, I'm starting to ask myself, was it ever good?
Yeah, see? It happens to everybody. You see? It happens to everybody. We consume too much. After watching Dave Chappelle's special, that was really fucking good. I think most people, we have to seek good comedy. We have to seek good art. I think because I watch too much bad shit, I think everything is terrible. It's not all terrible. There are some good comedians out there, but that's what happens. When you watch too much Rogan Sphere stuff, you start to wonder to yourself, is stand-up a scam? Is it all a grift? Is any of it good? Because all of those guys are terrible. Yeah, I get it. I fucking get it, Ghost Gum.
I've talked about so many bad comedians and watched so many awful stand-up sets.
While Fast and Furious's tagline is, never give up on family, ours is similar, never give up on the family of apps.
That I question, as a form of entertainment, is this even good? We've established that of Joe Rogan's LA comedian crew, almost none of them were funny. Bert Kreischer, Brendan Schaub, Joey Diaz, okay, maybe him. So when Joe Rogan brought his comedy pals out to Austin, he was able to handpick them and decide who he thought had the right stuff. Surely they're funny, right?
I bought the headlight. I go to my parking lot.
Jesus, look what he used to look like. Look what he used to look like, bro. I don't blame him for the style upgrade. Look what he used to look like. Oh my God. He looks like a fucking AI bot. He looks like a fucking humanoid robot, I swear to God. Look at how he used to look. Fucking hell. That's a glow up, I think. Tony Hinchcliffe looks much better now. It's definitely a glow up. The dead eyes, the dead 5-yard stare, 10-yard stare, whatever's going on there. That fucking outfit. Oh my God, what the fuck's happening?
They're funny, right?
I bought the headlight. I go to my parking lot. Their parking lot. And pop it in. Why would it be my parking lot, right? My parking lot is not in an auto zone.
These guys were Joe Rogan approved. The LA ones weren't as funny, but he basically had a clean slate in Austin. So you get people like the comedy mastermind, Tony Hinchcliffe.
A lot of people don't know this, but I study the Canadian healthcare system because they brag about how good it is. And I like to do my own research just to make sure that I live in the greatest country on planet Earth, and I do. I don't know if you guys know this, but Canada does rides now for anybody that wants one. Am I correct?
No.
Who is so funny that his entire show revolves around the fact that he is not funny, so he has to bring on funnier comedians. A metrosexual, insecure narcissist is the savior of comedy, the man who nuked his own comedy special from the internet because it was so bad, a man who stole a joke from one of the most iconic comedians ever and put it in said special, allegedly.
Doesn't shallow grave seem a mite rash? Like, these serial killers are supposed to be so shrewd and cunning and everything, you know? At least according to the TV movies I've seen. But then when it comes time for the grave, they get a little hasty, you know? They're like, there you go, 3 twigs and a leaf. That ought to do it.
My favorite things to watch are like Forensic Files and First 48, those shows that really show you people that murdered somebody and they try to get away with it. I've watched enough of them to where I know how to get away with murder now. Because I know where everybody that gets caught always up. They always leave a hand sticking out of the dirt or some lazy shit like that. You gotta commit. You gotta get your shovel and dig.
Naughty, naughty, Mr. Hinchcliffe. That sounded very, very similar. That sounded very similar.
Important part. You know what I never see on those crime shows? The body was discovered after being buried 75 feet deep in the ground.
The man who is somehow 41. The man who looks like an evil sidekick in a kid's movie. Surely not. Every single person who listens to Kill Tony agrees that Tony Hinchcliffe is the least funny part of Kill Tony. But what about the other comedians on Kill Tony, like roast master David Lucas? This guy is funny, people say, and I agree, especially when he got mocked.
Ayo, sorry, blow my nose there. What the fuck happened to David Lucas? What the fuck happened to David Lucas, by the way? I haven't heard or seen of him in a while. What the fuck happened to David Lucas? He just disappeared, didn't it?
And humiliated by a 17-year-old. I also like how his entire joke repertoire is basically this.
Oh, he had a skin tone, chicken bone, leave me alone here. Oh, coming back. He's coming back. Super knuckle, belt buckle, banana truffle here.
Or what about this guy, Jeff Dye, who fled his homeland of Los Angeles due to comedy oppression, arriving in Austin as a comedy refugee, telling Joe Rogan he's buying a house in Austin.
Are they really going to defund the police? Are they really going to, have
I am
struggle
buying a house
sessions?
here.
Are you? In Texas?
Yep.
Yeehaw!
Yeah, like about 30, 40 minutes from here.
Nice.
Yeah.
You already locked on it?
No, but I'm shopping for houses on Wednesday. Oh, tomorrow. Not Wednesday, tomorrow.
Then started a GoFundMe so his fans could fund his move to Texas after tweeting in the past that GoFundMe should only be used in emergency situations. Then he deleted it because he got backlash.
Of course.
Also, if this guy looks familiar, it's because he's from this iconic clip.
People say Africa like it's a country. I do it too all the time.
Africa is a country.
That's a big continent.
Though, yeah.
So like Egyptians are technically African.
Yeah, but it's like I'm American, but
I
I'm
know.
from Denver.
What I find interesting about most of these guys is they're not really comedians. They just like to talk. And this is the point.
Yeah, great point. Great fucking point. Great fucking point. Great fucking point. They're not comedians. They just like to yap. That's a good point.
It has come to. Rogan has so much influence that bad comedians are asking their fans to fund their move to Austin. Now Jeff has to face the prospect that keeps hopeful comedians up at night, something that shakes them to their core. The idea that they might have to get a real job. These are the types of people that make up the Austin comedy scene. So we can conclude with the exception of like 2 people, most of Rogan's inner sphere is not very funny. And I was under the impression that stand-up was supposed to be funny. Now I look at it and I have no idea what it was, let alone what it is. Although I will say the days of having a podcast and that being enough to sell out arenas are over. And all these ex-jokes.
Yeah, that's a good point. That's a very, very good point. That's a very, very good point. I guess if you're a comedian selling out arenas, you're probably selling out arenas because your comedy's really good. Right? You're not going to be a comedian selling out arenas if your comedy isn't good. Yeah. That's actually a good point. No one's selling out arenas off the strength of how good their comedy is anymore. How good their podcast is. That's a really good point.
Rogan guys are proof of that. Brian Callen, who was extradited and now is back in the Roganite sphere, recently complained about not being able to sell out theaters anymore. So the accused has put out a comedy special recently, recorded at the Comedy Mothership, and this is it. This is the pinnacle of Rogan sphere comedy right now. Bask in it. I want you to absorb this because it's not comedy. It's a TED Talk. This is not comedy. It's preaching.
That kid should have talked to me before he carried out that terrible assassination, that dum-dum. They got cameras that can recognize your gait. Your particular walk is up in the cloud. They can shoot a laser into your heart and pick up your heart signature. How about this?
It also gets you booked at the most popping comedy club in the country. This is not just regular stand-up. This is the pinnacle of stand-up with great jokes like this.
Poppy, I've seen the neighbors. They're pretty old. Let's play it safe. They're probably COVID conscious. Why don't you just go over and introduce yourself, right? I'll bake some Mexican cookies and you go over there. I'm like, what the fuck's a Mexican cookie? What are you talking about? It's like a chocolate chip with salsa all over it? What are you talking about?
Classic joke. That's a classic that's a Hall of Fame joke, mate. That's a Hall of Fame bit. That's a Hall of Fame bit.
It's ironic because Rogan and his buddies would argue that the reason stand-up sucks now is all the wokeness. You can't even make jokes anymore. Now, this might have been true back when comedians were getting slammed by mainstream media outlets like 10 years ago. But nowadays, I'd argue comedy is as open and as free speech friendly as it has been, especially with platforms like YouTube where you can kind of say whatever you want. Like, in a way, comedy should be in the best state it's ever been. You think these guys would be thriving and celebrating and in this new comedy meta, but no, they're still complaining, and comedy is in an absolute fugue state because of it. So what is ruining comedy? Ironically, it's the man himself. Yes, Joe Rogan is ruining stand-up, not with just who he platforms, but he's also contributing to it. Joe Rogan is the most influential comedian in the world, no question about it. So why does he hang around guys that are just so unfunny? Well, there's two reasons. One is because he wants to hang out with people less funny than him to make himself look good, or he genuinely thinks these guys are funny because...
But the irony is, Rogan might be the worst comic out of his group. If you're being really fair and you were trying to give everyone a chance, I would definitely say I think Rogan might be the worst of the group. Especially when you add in his level of fame, experience. I think he might be the worst pound for pound of his group. He might be the worst comedian pound for pound in his group. On God.
Because that's his taste in comedy. So to answer this, we got to look at how good Joe's stand-up is. Ironically, all his stand-up is either completely forgotten or mocked. Ask yourself right now, have you ever heard a single person retell a Joe Rogan joke? Has your friend ever sent you a Joe Rogan joke on Instagram from one of his stand-up sets? Burn the Boats, his most recent special, is genuinely one of the worst comedy specials I have ever seen. I did a members video ranking the worst specials I've ever seen, and this one ranks pretty high, I'd say. Not the worst, but it's up there. I've heard the theory that Joe simply doesn't understand humor, in the same way I simply don't understand astrophysics. I could talk about it all I want, but I will simply not understand. Here's an example of what I mean.
Like she's like a big headdress, black lady, and I go, hey, watch that whip around the African, and I swear to God, the cameras just went, doo, like the whole thing shut down. I felt like the power went out. And I was like, well, that was weird. And they fired me right after.
Obviously a joke about slavery. Now, what does comedy titan Joe Rogan say about this?
Wait a minute. If someone's wearing African garb, you can't say the African?
Clips like these are one in a million. Dudes have made entire compilations of Joe just blatantly missing jokes on his podcast. Like this Theo Von joke here where Joe responds with a, actually?
Did you know that that's where those powdered wigs came from? You know those powdered wigs that old dudes used to wear and the people in court used to wear? And that all came from a pair of rich, noble, where were they again? In France?
Wiggers, I think they called them.
No, wiggers are white people that wish they were black. It's a totally different thing.
Yeah.
Joe constantly talks about...
He's so serious too. He was so serious. No, actually, wiggers are... He's making a joke, you idiot.
How comedians think so different to pedestrians like you and me because they can joke around with each other and riff. So watch the comedy master riff with his buddies right here.
How many authors are there?
Oh, I know.
There's a lot more.
Musicians?
How many musicians? How many doctors? How many lawyers?
Now, with all these clips, I think one could come to the conclusion that Joe really doesn't understand comedy or stand-up. I mean, look at the guys being pushed hard by Joe Rogan, even in the last few years. Even when he had a chance to reset in Austin, sure, he hit on a few, but he also had some wild swing and misses. And the beauty of every comedian having a podcast now is most people realize that these dudes are smarmy, unlikable assholes. People in the Rogan sphere presented themselves like heroes to the everyman, but were the farthest thing from it. Even good comedians like Bill Burr can't escape this. Remember when he went on a crusade against billionaires in the USA, but then shilled for Saudi billionaires because they paid him a lot of money? Then calling everyone racist who called him out? But they have a fucking cheesecake factory, you guys.
And I'm thinking like, is that a Starbucks? Next to a Pete's Coffee? Next to a Burger King?
Look at her. Look at the AI general. That's brilliant. Helicopter, look at the paper itself. I love it.
Next to a McDonald's, next to a Pizza Hut, next to a Dunkin' Donuts, next to a Krispy Kreme, next to a Cheesecake Factory.
What's weird about this is I don't even think people would mind if he just said he was doing it because they offered him a lot of money. You don't have to go on this crusade about why Saudi Arabia is better than America. Like, watch this.
We're going to Riyadh. The House of Saud is paying us hundreds of thousands of dollars, some of us millions, not me, but they're paying millions of dollars to comedians. We're taking the money. How about that?
Anyways, let's talk about today's sponsor. Now, I don't believe in if you're trying to play a trading engine op core, personally, the security, it's already assist customers, personalized AI, all play money back. Tell me, are they supposed to be funny? /Ghost Scum. Now look at these comedians. Tell me, are they supposed to be funny? You see what I mean? What the happened to stand-up comedy? Why the are these people so popular despite being so unfunny? It's because they have the second pillar of the Rogan empire, the podcast. Yep. The podcast is essential to a stand-up comedian these days. If you don't have one, you may as well work a stupid pedestrian job like teacher or firefighter, you dumbass who worked hard. I have to talk into a microphone a couple times a week. Try doing my job. Now, these podcasts are labeled as comedy, so the first thing you will notice is that they are completely devoid of any humor. The purpose of a comedy podcast is not to be funny. It's to be a modern day philosopher. The last line of defense against the woke mob. Look at the way these guys talk about stand-up.
How many of us are there? Let's talk about that.
True that.
Is there even 1,000 of us on Earth?
Let's talk about that. How many of us are there? How many amazing comedians? Oh, he's so funny. He's so sincere too. He actually means it too. We're so how many are there? What, you mean good ones? Oh, big up Joe.
No.
Probably not, if you want to be honest.
Yes.
Like a real headliner, how many of us?
Yeah.
There might be 500 of us on Earth.
On Earth.
There's 1 million doctors in America alone.
Yeah.
How many comics are there? Real ones.
Real ones.
Guys can go up there and light a room on fire.
Yes.
Maybe a few hundred. It's hard to get there.
Yeah.
Now, forgive me if I don't think the court jesters should be treated like the fearless knights. Rogan was easily the biggest of these podcasts, and despite what people say, he was good enough at interviewing that it made for some decent entertainment. I mean, I used to be a fan, especially like 2017 era Joe Rogan. It wasn't a comedy podcast, but they did talk about comedy a lot. So naturally, because it did so well back in the day, it meant every other comedian had to rip him off. Every shitbox stand-up had to have their own podcast, where they didn't do comedy, might I add, but they talked about doing comedy. If you wanted to be a successful comedian back in the day, you had to have a podcast. Also, you have to invite other comedians on your podcast to talk about stand-up comedy so that you can go on their podcast and talk about stand-up comedy so that you both can go on Joe Rogan and talk about stand-up despite not even doing stand-up anymore because you're too busy doing podcasts where you talk about doing stand-up. Exactly. We have reached hyper reality in comedy podcasts. There is no bearing to stand-up comedy anymore, and the comedic element is that there is no comedy. You see what I mean when I question what the even is comedy anymore? Seeing a dude go on stage and rant about his own personal politics and talking with the intellectual depth of a 14-year-old. This is the state we're in. There are a few good comedy podcasts out there, but for every secret podcaster come town, you have an avalanche of guys talking about stand-up and what's wrong with the world. So why did Joe Rogan get so big? You see, Joe Rogan does interviews. This style worked really well when he was blowing up because it was extremely unique. I know we see it all the time now, but back then, celebrity interviews were very short, contrived, and inauthentic. They basically told you nothing about the person, only just that their new movie was coming out. With this long style podcast interview, you really got to know who the person was. This works great when you're interviewing big celebrities or interesting people, but it doesn't really make sense when you're interviewing other comedians who have their own podcast. I know Bert Kreischer is an alcoholic. Great. Now give me 400 episodes of that. What's interesting is that there are
Hey yo, big up Point and Shoot in the stream chat. Big up Point and Shoot in the stream chat. Wagwan G. Wagwan to the king. Big up Point and Shoot.
some funny moments in Joe's podcast. Some. However, what you'll notice is that most of these are from before the pandemic. Now, I have a theory about Joe Rogan and the pandemic. This is just my theory, but Joe Rogan died from COVID, and this is a clone standing in for him. Because pre-2020 Joe Rogan is so different from post-2020.
By the way, Point and Shoot, we're waiting. We are waiting. We are on the edge of our seats. We are waiting for the fucking Lush, the Lush video. I'm sure you've seen Lush get baptized. We're waiting for the summary of the Lush baptism. It's been probably one of the most wildest months in Lush's life. It's been up and down. It's been topsy-turvy. It's been entertaining as fuck. We are waiting for the great analysis from Point and Shoot regarding Lush's fucking baptism. It's been fucking brilliant. I need to see all of it in exhaustive detail. Big up Lush. We need it. We fucking need it.
2020 Joe Rogan. And this might be due to a number of reasons, but the biggest one is COVID. The most obvious example is the horse dewormer incident. Despite all my criticisms of Rogan, I think he was done dirty here by a media smear campaign. Now, before you leave your Reddit comment, hear me out. This was around the time Joe Rogan was becoming super popular and mainstream media was becoming less and less trusted. Joe Rogan goes on record and says he got the virus and treated it with ivermectin. Now, I'm not a virologist, so I don't know if this works for sure, but what I do know is that when CNN claimed Joe Rogan was taking horse dewormer, that was insane. Just in my limited research back then and now, while ivermectin is available in a form for animals, it also has been used on humans to treat numerous ailments. Labeling it as Joe Rogan took horse dewormer is so slimy and dishonest, it's hard not to side with Joe, even if you think he's a moron for treating the virus the way he did. If we're talking pure intellectual honesty, their goal was to mislead, despite Joe proving that he took the version made for humans. He also had the main medical expert from CNN on, and he basically had to admit that they did him dirty. It's my opinion that they wanted to get at him for a while, and this was their opportunity to pounce and create some sort of smear campaign. I think being misrepresented would upset most people. The weird thing is that there are...
To be fair, this made him into a COVID freak. This like that attempt to cancel him with the fucking horse dewormer thing, that's why he doesn't shout up about COVID. That might be the reason why he doesn't shout up about COVID. That might be the reason why we constantly get conversations about the lockdown, about fucking Fauci, about efficacy, about this, about that, because of CNN. CNN are the reason why.
Are so many things you could criticize Joe Rogan for, like how he set off a bomb in San Antonio during the recording of Burn the Boats.
One guy pulls out a gun, boom, shoots that guy, bang, shoots that guy, boom, blows his own brains out, leaves one guy alive going, ah! Flying all the way to Mars, strapped in next to 3 dead dudes.
The point of this is that I see it as a turning point for Joe Rogan. He used to be a guy who openly had any conversation, but since he was done dirty by the mainstream media, he started going in direct opposition to them. Now, I get it. Obviously, he wasn't going to be sympathetic to those people. Furthermore, I think Joe Rogan was always a counterculture guy, but as the Overton window shifted, he went from fighting against the mainstream to becoming the mainstream. Alternative media...
Rogan is mainstream media. Mainstream media is Rogan.
Is bigger than it has ever been in history, and Joe Rogan is the face of it. Unfortunately, because Joe is just one guy, he is the trusted source. He is the face. This leaves him way more open to manipulation than something like CNN or Fox News. Not because those aren't corrupted, but it's because they are. Everyone knows CNN and Fox News are biased, bought and paid for. Joe Rogan isn't bought and paid for, at least not that we know of. But when he has the head of the FBI, government employees, and other people,
he might not be bought and paid for, but he's influenced. He might not be bought and paid for, but he is heavily influenced by his gaggle of oligarchs. His gang of billionaires that he seems to orbit around him.
It's hard to believe that they're just going on because they're big fans of him. This inadvertently sides the biggest name in alternative media and the comedy prophet with the State Department. This would have killed a 2016 Joe Rogan listener, to hear him become an extension of government propaganda. And he knows it. Like when he had Kash Patel, FBI director, on his podcast, and he basically said, yeah, Epstein? That's nothing. It's boring anyway. How convenient. Now, Joe realized this was bullshit, and he kind of said so on his podcast. So the White House sent a lady to talk to him about aliens, which was the most obvious, let him play with the new toys so he doesn't talk about Epstein move ever. This is the world we live in. A bad comedian has the State Department trying to distract him from a global file ring because they think he's too influential. We have reached the point beyond parody. What's interesting is how close Joe has gotten to Peter Thiel, who the other day tried to invite Clavicula to a fucking party. You hear about that? Allegedly, Peter Thiel tried to invite fucking Clav to a fucking party. He didn't go in the end, but Jesus Christ, mate. Number one, Jesus Christ. Number two, Peter Thiel is fucking plugged in, isn't it? Peter Thiel is fucking plugged in. associated with Epstein, loves Israel, and is the CEO of Palantir. You know, the government mass surveillance Big Brother company? Oh, and by the way, in his free time, he loves the Antichrist. I am not kidding. Despite this being something the old Joe Rogan and, in my opinion, anyone would be shitting their pants over. I mean, who wants mass China-style surveillance unless you like shock your dog? I mean, that doesn't seem like a good idea. Joe is extremely defensive of Peter Thiel and Palantir.
You want to get to him, you got to go through me.
Which is weird because he usually can't shut up about conspiracy theories. Exactly. But when a literal Antichrist-loving tech billionaire has a company that makes military technology named after the evil wizard orb from Lord of the Rings that lets you spy on anyone, well, honestly, I don't know. I'm just friends with him. Theo Von was talking about how sketchy Palantir was on his podcast, and Joe just played dumb. But when he talked about how billionaire pedos are being protected right now, which, you know, come on, I think we all know that, Joe pushed back. He pushed back more on Theo Von than Kash Patel, which is insane to me. It looked like there was a brief moment where Joe realized what was going on, and either he changed his mind or he doesn't care. I think the reason is he's experiencing some sort of cognitive dissonance right now. He thinks free speech is absolute. That was what their whole comedy crusade was about, was the censoring of speech in comedy spheres. He thinks government overreach is bad and has been insanely critical of out-of-touch elites. Now he's having those people on his podcast and running defense for them. A clear contradiction to his core beliefs. So now he has to rationalize it in his head why Palantir actually isn't scary and how billionaires are just normal good people who have everyone's best interests at heart. Because he knows his words and his behavior contradict. And when anyone calls him out, he uses a tactic to essentially absolve himself. Joe Rogan has this thing where he goes, look, I'm an idiot, when he wants to deflect criticism of himself. This allows him to not have to back up any of his opinions. And I agree, he's an idiot, because from an outsider's perspective, the State Department played him like a fiddle. The question is, how aware of this is he? Clearly they took advantage of his platform, but now is Joe aware of that and complicit, or just stupid? I just find it strange how much he chills with,
I think he's aware and complicit,
Epstein associate Peter Thiel, and then suddenly doesn't care about Epstein. Joe used to be the one banging the drum for the everyman. He was the dude who would talk about this stuff unapologetically, call out bullshit. That stuff pissed him off, which is fine. Culture war stuff admittedly pisses me off too, and I'm sure it does the same to you guys. But with Joe, the difference here is kind of interesting. A kitty litter box put in a kindergarten that was proven to be a hoax? This is insane. We should be up in arms. But all of a sudden, it's revealed that the global elites are trafficking children to an island in the Caribbean to have eyes wide shut parties, have direct influence on global politics, and are funding mass surveillance companies with pretty damning evidence coming out every single day. And Joe is like, well, okay, let's back up here for a sec. It's one thing to not call this out. I don't think he has that obligation necessarily, but he seemingly endorses it. Why though? Why get involved in any of this? Joe Rogan is...
It makes money!
Supposed to be a comedian. Why is he talking to billionaires who want to practice radical acceleration?
He loves money!
Well, what's obvious about Joe is that he wants to be taken very seriously, which is why he constantly inflates the value of being a stand-up comedian, as well as all of his friends. Unfortunately for Joe, his stand-up is not very good, but his podcast is serious. So talking to such influential people, regardless of if they're trying to manipulate you, gives you some legitimate authority.
You will respect my authority.
And money!
Joe might even be aware his stand-up sucks. I don't know about that, but I'm sure he's seen the Elephant Graveyard video, which, by the way, is a masterpiece. Yeah. But where he does get legitimate respect is in his podcast. While he isn't a bad interviewer, he did get very lucky with his podcast. With the timing, he was kind of the first guy to pioneer this style, and it's not a very hard job. I think the reason Joe does this is he wants to be seen as a hard worker, which is why he does ice baths and saunas all the time, even though he doesn't have to. All his buddies have the same mindset too. This grind set, I work so hard, you gotta get off your ass, motivational speaker, when all they do is talk about doing stand-up. Not
exactly, and some of them cancel their patrons because it's too much work.
even doing stand-up, like I mentioned. Judging on this video, you might think that there are no good comedians and comedy podcasts out there anymore. That's not true. There are plenty of funny dudes out there, even in the mainstream. Tim Dillon, Shane Gillis, Stavros Halkias. But what do these guys have that Joe and his buffoons don't? Humility. These guys aren't pretending they're the saviors of free speech. They're just funny dudes who tell jokes and want to make people laugh. I look at someone like Schaub, who, much like Joe, got successful doing podcasting whilst also being a stand-up comedian. Stand-up wasn't what blew him up to massive success. It was podcasting. Schaub understands that.
I mean, not to say a podcast. This is my problem because I do believe in art and I do like to think about it, but what I've made my living off of is the two lowest forms of art in existence, which is stand-up and podcasting, respectively. Podcasting is the one thing where I'm like, wow, it's the one thing that's made me like, I guess stand-up's art because this is fucking bullshit. You know what I mean?
Assuming both of these are art, podcasting is probably the lowest form of art there is, with stand-up comedy not being much higher. Joe Rogan has taken the opposite approach. It's actually hard being a podcaster. Therefore, being a stand-up comedian is basically a Herculean undertaking. And what I've found is the more serious a comedian takes themselves, the more unlikable they become. And this is true for anyone who makes low art. Podcasters, comedians, YouTubers,
DJs,
Twitch streamers,
DJs.
In all reality, these aren't hard jobs. Let's be honest. And if your comedy podcast revolves around you talking about how hard you work and how hard you grind, people aren't gonna like you. Like Joe Rogan could just stop doing kettlebells, ice baths, and saunas tomorrow, and nothing would change. Your average person can't stop working. The idea that being a podcaster, YouTuber, streamer is harder than working a regular job is perpetrated by people who've never had a real job or haven't worked one in like 20 years. And just from a personal story, not too long ago, I went and worked as a PA on set for a commercial. And let me tell you, being a YouTuber is 10 times easier than having to do that 4 or 5 times a week. I met some of the most hardworking dudes on these sets who are not being fairly compensated. And they're just normal dudes. Joe Rogan talking to comics is different because they aren't like normal people. They can talk about comedy to each other. That's why Joe Rogan and his buddies think comedians' brains work differently. Not realizing you can say this literally about any profession. Military members can relate to other military members. You're not special because of your career. It's just a part of you. The best entertainers are those who can laugh at themselves. That's why Stav's podcast, Come Town, was so successful and why people love Stav. The butt of the entire podcast was how degenerate and awful they are. This isn't even true for just comedians. Look at streamers who can't ever be the butt of a joke versus a streamer who's always the butt of their own jokes and laughs at themselves. The way these comics suck up to Rogan and kiss his ass is so pathetic because a real comic wouldn't be afraid to make fun of Rogan. Not in a mean way, but even in a ribbing way that most people do.
I'm obviously not a fucking bomb expert, but I talked to one.
You should see erect.
I'm sure these comedy assassins would be able to figure this out for themselves, but apparently not. How are guys that have been doing stand-up for 20 years somehow getting worse? I understand you might get worse at podcasting after doing it for so long, like if you ran out of funny stories or whatever, but the answer is simple. Because they like the idea of doing stand-up and calling themselves a comedian, but they don't actually want to put in the work to do stand-up. Take Tony Hinchcliffe.
That's a great point. I mentioned that before. And also the money thing. I think the money motivator is also true. They make way more money, I think, like, stand-up takes effort. Even if you're going to phone it in, getting on stage, getting dressed to go on stage, traveling, that takes way more effort than just, sitting at your desk and recording a pod. So obviously, it makes more money doing that. So it's harder for them, I think, to sit down and actually write jokes when they can go through the motions and keep doing it. Plus, I also wonder, do the fans maybe enable them? Because if the stand-up fans demanded that they actually write jokes, demanded more, they would do it. But a lot of the fans that go and watch these guys perform are also fans of the pod. They don't really care if they're funny. They just want to see their favorite podcaster up close and personal. So it's a weird thing. It's a weird thing. Like, loads of things are happening at the same time. But overall, what he's saying is true. They just don't bother to write jokes, essentially.
Allegedly, he's at his best when he's just making fun of autistic people that come on his show. Yep. But have you ever tried to watch any of his stand-up comedy? Like I said, his special is so bad, he scrubbed the thing from the internet. Mm-hmm. Yet despite this, he's seen as one of the success stories in Rogan's Austin comedy sphere. Mm-hmm. So did Joe Rogan save comedy from wokeness? It depends on if you think he was responsible for the relaxing of speech rules and the disappearance of cancel culture, which I don't think he was. I personally think it was just a natural culture shift shift to something more moderate, away from censorship. He was pushing for this, but with any cultural progression, it's likely people are gonna make a few mistakes before they get it right. Cancel culture was born out of actors and actresses getting abused in Hollywood by powerful dudes. It's just a side effect. It had to cancel Shane Gillis, which might have been the best thing to happen to him, but it feels like we've hit a point now where we can call out predatory stuff without ruining someone's career because they did an Asian accent. I think it's just a natural cultural progression. I also think it's funny how guys like Dave Chappelle complain about free speech in America and how it's dying, but will happily go to Saudi Arabia to do comedy for a blood money dictatorship who executes people for attempting to speak out against them. They literally weren't allowed to make jokes about the government or royal family. In America, making fun of the government has been done so much, it's almost hack at this point. These dudes have no principles because they'll sell out to billionaires who want to censor speech. They don't care about freedom of speech because they're just like the social justice warriors. I love free speech until it's speech my handlers tell me is bad. So no, Joe Rogan didn't save comedy from wokeness. But did he ruin comedy? Yeah, probably.
100%.
It's almost like a pervert wizard waved a magic spell in the whole world. Like, with a wave of this wand, you can walk through the women's locker room with a hard cock, and anybody who complains is a Nazi. Abracadabra! And it just worked! And anybody who complains is a Nazi. Abracadabra! And it just worked!
He's so bad, isn't it? He's so fucking bad. What? What did you say, sir? What the fuck does that mean? Oh my god, is that meant to be funny? Like, what? Oh my god. Big up Joe. Big up Joe, man. Big up Joe. Big up blood clot Joe Rogan. Look at him. Look at that face. That's what his stand-up is, isn't it? The physicality, right? The oddities, the face, isn't it, right? That's his stand-up. That's his style. Big up Rogan, big up Rogan. Anyway, people. I'm off now. I'm off. It's about 6 a.m. in London. It's 6 a.m. in London. Thank you for tuning in. I'm off. I appreciate you guys. Smash the like, hit subscribe if you're watching on YouTube. Smash the like, hit subscribe if you're watching on fucking YouTube. Smash the like, hit subscribe. I'm also on Kick, so if you want to follow the Kick channel, make sure you follow me on Kick as well. That'd be greatly appreciated. Follow me on fucking Kick. You can also sub on Kick now. Subscriptions are now open on Kick. So if you want to get a subscription, all that shit, you can do that. But yeah, man, I appreciate you guys. I appreciate you. I'll be back again tomorrow. Tomorrow's the last show of the week. Remember, tomorrow, well, later on today, tomorrow, whatever, is the last show of the week. Last show of the week. Because I go to Berlin on Tuesday. I'm heading off to Berlin on Tuesday. So if you want to join me on Tuesday, well, join me on the Monday, make sure you're here. We'll be here. I appreciate you guys. Make sure you like the stream before you leave. That'd be greatly appreciated. Like the fucking stream. Subscribe to the channel. Join the Discord. All that fucking good shit. And yeah, man. I'll see you guys again tomorrow. Yeah? I'll see you guys again tomorrow. Be safe, people. Be safe. Be fucking safe. I'll see you guys again tomorrow. Last stream of the week. We're going to be here. Last stream of the week. We're going to fucking be here. All right? Cool, people. Cool. Be safe and shit.